Nice. We already behind time. Hurry up, take out your pen, take out your paper, sit down, and let me get this thing started. Good to see everybody. I see Izzy is already here. I see Dr. Fate was first. Big up yourself. I see JL. I see Randy. I see Aliyah. I see Jordan. Even the CXE spy is here saying foolishness in the chat. I see Michelle. She's here every time. Let's get this thing started. Samantha, hello. So, you know the drill. You all are the first set of people. You need to let YouTube know that this is a good thing. So you close the live chat, press like on the video, then open up the live chat. So you increase the number of likes on the video. YouTube will say, yeah, but good things going on, and they will share it with people. What you are watching, stop that now, man. Oh gosh. I'll just give my little, yeah. So what you are watching is the quadratics clinic that we did on Sunday. Those of you all who know what the background is, you all can feel free to say it in the chat. That we did on Sunday, we did all the theory in quadratics. So if you look back in my previous videos, you'll see that there. So now we are going to do all the questions for the last, 11 years from 2010 to 2021. That is good things. It's good things provided to you here, courtesy the Student Hub. So courtesy Kevin Spring and the Student Hub. I'm going to trade my name inside it too. So, all right, so let me begin now. Let me see if anybody asks anything. Bang. If it's blurry, you know you have to change the settings on your side. It's not my problem. That's your problem if it's blurry. The graph shown below represents a function of the form. So this is 2010 question 7. F of x is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. Using the graph above, determine the value of f of x when x is equal to 0. So you're using the graph solely. So this is a really lovely question in getting to understand how quadratics relate to a graph. And using the graph like that. Yes, I'm still going to do the AdMaths portion as well. I've already selected all the AdMaths quadratic questions for the last 10 years. Look out for that. We're going to do trigs tomorrow, but look out for the AdMaths quadratic section. Use the graph above, determine the value of f of x when x is equal to 0. Can I get some answers here? So when x when x is equal to 0, that's anywhere along the line, the y-axis. So when they say x is equal to 0, this is really the y-axis. If they say along the line where y is equal to 0, or the roots, that's along the x-axis. That's where the graph cuts the x-axis. That's here and here. But where does the graph cut the y-axis? It's this one. It's 3. So we are seeing that said by a lot of people in the chat. Riley, Michelle, Kashmir, and Nicole, Delicia. This is a little... Delicia just stated a little weird here. Actually that's correct. I take it back. F of 0 is 3. So when x is equal to 0, so f of 0 is 3. She's correct. So that's the y-intercept there. You get 1 mark. The values of x when f of x is equal to 0. So in other words, when y is equal to 0, when that is equal to 0. So you know you're looking at these two values now here. The values, and it's 2 clue. The values of x. What are the values of x when so Samantha has it there? That's it. X is equal to -3 and 0.5. Yeah, put the little 0 before the 0.5, Samantha. Make it look good. So you have x is equal to -3, or x is equal to 0.5. That's those values there. Brilliance in the chat happening today. The coordinates of the maximum point. Now you're using the graph once again. So this is like a party. Coordinates of the maximum point. This is the maximum point over here. So over here they so. And you're using the graph. So again, them the best your eyes could perform. To help you out in like finding this is going to be a kind of 7.75 kind of vibe. To help you out in finding, or 0.25, sorry. This, you could get the midpoint of, y'all understand what I'm saying? So you get -3 and 0.5. You could add up the two together and like get the midpoint. You catch what I'm saying? So you could have the exactish value there. And you should realize that you're getting -1.25. Is that correct? So negative 1.25 or negative 1.3, all of that we take in. Negative 1.25 and just a smudging above 6. So maybe, what is that? 6.1. Each one here represents 2 now. So 6.1. So because you're using the graph, this 5 here, you can't really see that. So negative 1.2, negative 1.3, all of that looks good. 6.1 looks good as well. If you have negative 1.3, out here we taking them kind of thing. We taking them thing too. The equations of the axis of symmetry, well, that is free max. The equation of the axis of symmetry uses the x value of the minimum point. Somebody asked to please go over. I'm not too sure what I need to go over here. Let me just take a little look. So far we identified this point. That's the first question. Then we identified these 2 points. That's the second question. Now we identify the coordinates of this point. That's all. So the coordinates of this point, we came to a consensus that this should be like about a 1.3, 6.1, something like that. That's good. So we are now on the equation of the axis of symmetry. So whatever value you have there, use that. X is equal to 1.3. Negative 1.3. It's negative. X is equal to negative 1.3, negative 1.2, and you get through there. So y'all please press like on the video. Close off the chat. Press like on the video. Practice. Why Samantha answer still up there, boy? So this is the equation of the axis of symmetry. In other words, the equation of the line that splits it down the middle, like that. Catch what I'm saying? That line is x is equal to. I'm getting to draw the line properly. My thing glitching right now, but it can catch itself. It can sort out itself just now. The values of x when f of x is equal to 5. So we need to look at when f of x is equal to 5. That's here. And we need to find those x values. I'm seeing one solid value. There's x is equal to negative 2. And that looks right, like it's plumb in the middle there. X is equal to negative 0.5. What y'all think about this? This is a really nice question to start off with. It's like free maths, quick maths understanding, just reading off graphs and everything, right? 10 out of 10, no problems. Let's keep moving. Oh, there's a little extra question here. The interval within which x lies when f of x is greater than 5. So this is a nice little follow-up. Where is f of x greater than f of x is equal to 5? So you want the interval where x lies when f of x is greater than, I don't think they had the equal to, if I remember correctly. So this is a kind of sandwich thing. So you're going to put the x here, and then you're going to put the negative 2 here and the 0.5 there. You all agree with me? Anybody have any concerns about that? Because you want when the graph is above 5 during that little split there. So if you don't want to be late, I say what time I'm coming on my Instagram, so you can just follow me on Instagram and pay attention to my posts. All right, so negative 2 is x is greater than that, and x is between that, under 0.5. Let me just make sure it's supposed to be yes. So the a and the b in this case was the two values that we got here, corresponding to the two ends there. All right, so free max. Yeah. Bless up to this person who was doing GCSEs, I should say. Bless up. All right, so let's go on to our next quadratics. January 2010, question 9b. So we're still in January 2010. Given that g of x is equal to 3x squared minus 8x plus 2, right? G of x and so we need to complete the square. Exciting times. So we're going to complete the square using two methods. Let's get it done. So this is completing the square. Notice this b and this c is not to be mixed up with this b or this c here, right? So what I want to do is write back over the equation and take it onto the next page and show you how to complete the square in an actual CSEC question. Now, these are past paper questions from the CSEC exam. Actual past paper questions. So if you're going to complete the square the natural way, we pull out this. We pull out the a. We leave the x squared inside there. Divide by the a here. That's the first step. Then you get half of that and you square it. We went through this in detail yesterday, so I'm not taking too long on the theory part. I'm going to show you the easier way to complete this square just now. If you like watching this, like, damn, not this method. 8 over 3 is, like, in my mind, I'm seeing 8 over 6 here. And when I square this up, I will get 64 over 36. And I leave in everything as fractions. 64 over 36, right? So I'm putting back the 8 over 3 for now. And I'm going to add in the 64 over 36 because my aim in life here is to create a perfect square. I just did. That's how you create the perfect square. But I also add in this number here, which is madness. So to remove the madness, I need to take it back out, which is 3 times that number. So I'll have 2 and I have to minus 64 over 12. Not over 36. Not over 36. This has nothing to do with the AC method. We're not factorizing, we're completing the square. Make sure and watch the video that I do Sunday on theory and quadratics is everything. So you have 3. I always need to make the disclaimer that parrot song and more human every day. That is a parrot on that side, right? So you don't have nobody here screaming. So this is x minus 8 over 6 to be squared. Notice how this is half of that. And you just sort out this here now, boy. Anybody have the answers for me yet? Here's Daniela with the arrangement for completing the square. And Haley with the full answer for me as well. The 8 over 6 can be reduced to 4 over 3, that's correct. And negative 10 over 3, does that look good? 12 into that, 4, 10 over 3, 10 over 3. Yeah, that looking good to me. Negative 10 over 3. So that's cool. Sana also has the same answer. So that's one method. So method 1. So this is method 1 in completing the square. And you'll get 3 marks for that. The other method is to set this up in the middle of right underneath the question like that, and you find the H and the K. Now notice they use A, B, and C. They don't use that again. They don't use B and C again. They use H and K. So it'd be like, what it'd be like? It'd be like H is equal to B and 2A. And anytime my iPad charging is start a glitch. And K is equal on this program. K is equal to 4AC minus, what is it? Is it B squared on 4A? Something so. Let me hope that's correct. And then you substitute. So H is equal to negative 8 over 2 times 3. So this is negative 8 over 6. That's good. We found out what H is. And K is, I use this method, says Nicole. Well done, Nicole. Isabella with the formulas. Y'all could pay attention to some of these people here. They're very smart. So pay attention to some of the comments that you see in the live chat. And K is equal to 4 by 3 by 2 minus negative 8 squared all over 4 by 3. And hopefully this gives you negative 10 over 3. Put this whole thing into a calculator in bulk. Right? So this is what we could call this the HK method. This is the formula method. And you ain't done yet. You just found out what H and K is. And therefore, you're right. Therefore, this is equal to what? 3 into x minus 8 over 6 to be squared minus 10 over 3 in the form. Now notice they ask for different letters, but I just giving you the letters they use now. Plus K, where, and you write where H is this, blah, blah, blah. H is negative 8 and 6, and K is negative 10 and 3. Why is in the chat if you all understand everything? So this is method 2. And finally, I'm going to show you method 3. We'll be doing a lot of this today. You know how much completing this you got to do if you're doing 10 years. So I'll be gunning it after a while. So all you should be writing at me. Method 3 is the double check. Calculator. Double check. You could complete the square by double checking on your calculator the minimum value once you have the recommended calculator. For those of you who don't have the recommended calculator, you could check out Gordon Technologies. If you're from Trinidad, you could order it online. The calculator is the Casio FX 115 ES plus. There's a second version that's selling right now, the version 2. But yeah, that's you. Not sorry. So, right. Calculator. Now we're on calculator method. I'm a calculator, boy. Calculator. You come back up. You come back up. You come back up. This is the guy we tried to complete the square for. So I'll let this disappear there, but come back up all here. Samir says, I see that man move behind here. That would be creepy. Anyhow, so you're gonna press mode, you're gonna press 5 for equation, you're gonna press 3 for ax squared plus bx plus c, like that, and then you're gonna put in the numbers, -8, 2, press equal, that gives you the roots. You get 2.3, blah 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 blah. That's your roots. But this is your minimum value. 4/3, which is good. That's what we get. We actually get -4/3 for h, but h is always the inverse of this. So you know you're doing it. This is correct. You check over method, right? So you're checking over, you get 4/3, which is really -h. You know, switch the sign on h. So h is equal to -4/3. And then the next one is just giving the next thing straight up. K is equal to -10/3. Checked, double checked, 100% sure. 100% sure you know it. If you're rocking the sharp calculator with the solar panel, Isabella is showing you how to do it here on the sharp calculator. You can also look up my video, Cohen Springer Sharp calculator. I have a video showing you how to do it on the sharp calculator. All right. Okay. Yes, you could use this as well. K is equal to c minus b squared, and for a, you'll get the same Colminaldo, you'll get the same idea, same thing. So now the question is saying to solve the equation, g of x is equal to 0, write in your answers to 2 decimal places. Now, once again, we already do that on the calculator. So let me just write it down here, since I know we're working towards, look at here, bang, we're working towards 2.39, and bang, 0.2, what is it, 2 decimal places, 0.28, right? 0.28. Well done, Speedy. This here. So that's what we're working towards. Cool? Now, you need to show the working. You can't just say from calculator. You need to show the working for this one. They're adamant about that, right? So you must give them something. Give me something now, boy. Give me something to work with. So here's what we'll do. We'll take this, we already complete the square. You need to start off with the complete the square part, and I'll show you all this on there, right? Remember? And you put this equal to 0. So this is g of x in the completed the square version. You put that equal to 0. And then you put 3x minus 8 and 6 to b squared is equal to 10 and 3. You all understand what happened there? I brought across this, it switch sign, it come positive. Then you bring across the 3 as well. So you get x minus 8 and 6 to b squared is equal to 10 and 9. Tell me if you understand why we get 9. Tell me if you understand why we get 9. Tell me if you understand why we get 9. All right, so this was multiplying by 3. So now we need to divide by 3. So the 3 by 3 is like the 3 sneaking under here now. So you get a 9. And now we do that kind of square root semi-demi thing here. So x minus 8 over 6 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 10 over 9. And we close. So x is going to be equal to 8 over 6 plus or minus. You notice I bring this across, I change to positive. Plus or minus the square root of 10 over 9, like that. Now, this is actually two things. This is either x is equal to 8 over 6 minus the square root of 10 over 9, or plus the square root of 10 over 9, like you do the plus first, or x is equal to 8 over 6 minus the square root of 10 over 9. This one will give you that, and this one will give you that. That's the two answers right there. And you verify with your calculator, and you secure the bag. How you all feel about that? You feel like you can do this in your exam without me watching over your shoulder telling you the answers? Feel like you can make it? This is like the final frontier in completing this square. These questions don't come every year. The thing with completing this square is a question that's come a little less than half of the time, like about 40% chance. But when it comes, it's a rough question, you know? All right, so a sketch of the graph of g of x is shown below. Copy the sketch and state the y coordinate of A, the x coordinate of C, the x and y coordinates of B. So in other words, they're asking you, can you collect some free marks, please? Sure. The y coordinate of A is this number. Because this is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is always C. Agreed? The y-intercept is not this C here, or in you know, it's called a K, and this is called H. The y-intercept is the original constant that by itself. So the y coordinate here is 2. Or another way to write this is it's 0, 2. This is the minimum point. What do I want from this? The x and y coordinates. So they want the full thing with the minimum point. So I believe it was 4 over 3. Not negative, you switch. And on your calculator, it's there. It's there on the calculator, you remember? X value at the minimum, 4 over 3. Y value, negative 10 over, was it 3 as well? And the roots, we just found the roots. And all they want is the x coordinate of C. So they just want this one. The x coordinate here will be the bigger root. We found that. The bigger root. You all remember that? Look at here. 2.39. So if you're feeling a little out of it, like what really happening here, boy, go back and watch the video I do Sunday on completing the square theory, and you'll understand why we get in those numbers. All right, but we're keeping it rolling. Factorize completely 4y squared minus z squared, 2ax minus 2ay minus bx plus. So we don't really care about this part, but this is quadratic and this is quadratic, so like we just eat up everything one time. So we in June 2010 now. June 2010, this is difference of two squares. Difference of two squares mean that we need to get the square root of both of them. Y'all feel free to rush the answer. So this is actually going to be 2y minus z by 2y plus c. Right? So I see somebody getting on hysterical because I'm not answering them about the background there. Tulana Delmet. I can see your messages, and I'm not going to answer you about the background. That's your homework. Figure out what is the background. So this to factorize this one, this is like four terms, 2ax minus 2ay minus bx plus by. What's common here? 2a into x minus y. We could put x minus y there and put like a negative b here. That sounds good to me. So this is 2a minus b into x minus y. All right, well done. Going good so far. And the last one looks very familiar. I feel like we do the same thing Sunday. 3x squared plus 10x minus 8. So they want to see a factorizing. They want to see a hit them a little AC method or something. You was prepared. You was ready for this. You wanted this to, you actually, you know it is when you understand the math so good, you actually want something to come. 3x squared. So I feel like I'm going to use positive 12 and negative 2, because 12 by 2 gives me 24, right? So you put that there, and 3x into x plus 4. You pay x plus 4 here, and you pay negative 2 there. Once again, we are practicing past paper questions, so you're working along with me. Now, if you're saying, sir, I was expecting you to teach the concept with each of this, I did on Sunday. I taught everything on Sunday. So you can just go back. It's like the last video, second to last video, 1 or 2 before this video, and you can revise your whole thing. Most of you all here were on Sunday, was here on Sunday, so I think we should be good. So that's that. Let's go on to June 2010 question 5b. The diagram below shows the graph of y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3 for the domain. Cool. Use the graph above to determine the scale used on the x-axis. Wow, that's a strange question. The scale used on the x-axis. Fine. So if we have to determine the scale used on the x-axis, if this is 1 centimeter for the x-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 0.5 units. You all agree? That's how you do it. We have some admins in the chat. You can feel free to give one a little mute. Payment time out and thing. All you feel is admin for style. Or if these people spamming, just hit them a little time out. All right. And 1 centimeter is equal to that, or 2 centimeters is equal to 1 unit. That's cool as well, but I will write it the other way. When we're doing scale, we want to write 1 is equal to that. So you say 1 centimeter is equal to that. Okay, what's next? The value of y for which x is equal to negative 1.5. So the value of y when x is equal to negative 1.5. So when x is equal to negative 1.5, that's here. The corresponding y value looks to be negative 3.8. Agreed? Nice. Keep it up. All right, I'll put some people in timeout for sure. Cool. And then let's go on to the next part of the question. The values of x for which y is equal to 0. Where is y equal to 0? Where is y equal to 0? So when all along the x-axis. So what are the values? Notice they say values, right? What are the values of x when y is equal to 0? You all notice a lot of times they bring in these kind of questions. Values of x when y or f of x is equal to 0. You'll have x is negative 3. And you'll also have x is 1. Negative 3 and 1. Well done, Kian and Sarah have it the other way around. And Sarah will go in with you. You read the 1 first, which is just still correct. The range of values of y giving your answer in the form a is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to b, where a and b are real numbers. So this one is a little tricky. What's the range of values? What's the possible values of y? Well, if you look at the graph, the graph is between the domain negative 4 and 2. So the graph actually stops here, starts here, and stops there. There's nothing above this. It's limited to this domain, right? So so if they want the range of values of y, you just look and see all the values where we have where the graph passes through y. All the values of x that give a corresponding value of y within this domain. So we're all feeling like the range. We're all feeling like the ranges, the range of values. Well, to me, it stops at negative 4 and it goes all the way up to 5. So if they're asking for the range of values for y, it will be this. It's greater than negative 4, but it's less than 5. Why is in the chat if you understand? Negative 4 and 5. GL has it. Nicole. But you need to put it in this format, right? That's what I asked for. You use y instead of f of x because they never really say f of x, they say y. Okay, so let's go on to January 2011. In 2011 now, people, we're moving along. Let's see the scroll bar. We're moving along. We're getting there. Express the quadratic function. Oh, so we need to complete the square again. And this time we're completing the square. And A is negative. So let me show you, those of you all who like to do it the normal way, the normal completing the square way using a perfect square. I'll show you how to do it if A is negative like this. So what you can do as a student is rearrange it in the way you like. And there's a little trick that I need to look out for. I'll show you how to do the formula method with this just now. You actually could take out the negative one like this. Yeah. You actually could take out the negative one like this. Thanks, Kian. Everybody cool with that taking out there? That makes sense to everybody? Hey, look, Nazri Scott. He's from SA. Nazri, don't frighten yourself with this work, boy. So then, what's next? You're supposed to get half of this and square it. So like half of 6 is 3. So you get half of that. And then 3 squared is 9. And that's what you want to add in. Now, what's something? Here's something very careful. You have to be very careful with this piece that we're going to see happen here. So I put in 9. And you know, normally you put in 9 and you take back out 1 by 9 and you take it back out like this. In this case, that's not going to happen. You're actually going to add it back. Add it back, but if you add it in, if you add it back, why are you adding it back? Normally when you add it in, you have to take it out. That's what I say. But in this case, you didn't add it in. You multiply this by -1 and you realize that you actually subtracted. Interesting, right? So if you subtracting, it means you need to add back. It's like you subtracted 9, so you need to add back 9 so it remains the same. Then you just finish off strong. So you have -1x plus 3 to be squared plus 10. Remember, half of this is what happens there, right? And you remove the squared and you can put the squared there. How y'all feel about that? Those of y'all who do it the natural way are going to use the formula method now. So Delicia, Nicole, Isabella, Nicole, somebody else also put it up as well. Delicia, yeah. All of y'all, well done. Michelle. So if you stuck on the formula method, I think it was 1 minus 6x minus x squared. You find your h, you find your k, b on 2a. The formula for k is either c minus b squared on 4a or 4ac all over. I'll do it like this time. Last time I do it differently. So this is -6 on 2 times -1. So this turns out to be -3. And then k is equal to c, 1 minus b squared. So that's -6 to b squared on 4 by -1. And just verify that this gives you 10. Really? Yes. Yes, it does give you 10. So 9 plus 1 is 10. So therefore, you would be like, this is in 1 minus 6x minus x squared is actually equal to -1. That is a into x minus 3. That's h to b squared plus 10. And it's in the form, you know, the usual thing that you write. In the form ax plus h to b squared plus k, where h is equal to -3 and k is equal to 10. Do over k the other way with c minus b squared and 4a. What you'll have, it should be 4ac. 4ac minus b squared and 4a. You just substitute and you'll get the same answer. Was it +3? Yeah, it's +3. Thank you very much. This was negative and this was negative, so it's +3. So this is +3. H is equal to +3. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the first time I do it, I get +3 here, but naughtiness crept in the chat there. All right, so you're supposed to get the same 10 with this. Can you do the exam in pencil? Not recommended. Do the exam in pen. If you're prone to making mistakes, you need to do better. Get away from mistakes. But the drawings and thing you could do, the drawings and thing you must do in pencil. Let's continue. Hence, state the maximum value of 1 minus 6x minus, and obviously you will check over this, right? So you'll come back and use your calculator and put in your -1 is A, your -6, and your 1 for C. And your calculator giving you the roots, and then they're giving you the maximum value, which is -3, which means H is 3, and then Y is 10. You see how useful the calculator is in double checking. Now, once you do this and you put in this correctly, you're sure you get a mark, right? The equation of the axis of symmetry of the quadrant. So you got the maximum value. The maximum value is K. And we went through this. The maximum value of this is K. So max value of 1 minus 6x minus x squared is equal to K is equal to 10. Well done. The whole chat saying 10. I didn't know anything, man. And the equation of the axis of symmetry for the thing is equal to -h. X is equal to -h. So the axis of symmetry is, what was h earlier? 3. So the axis of symmetry is x is equal to -3. Nice. It's a beautiful thing when it starts to feel repetitive here. It's a beautiful thing. Determine the roots of this equation, giving the answer to 2 decimal places. So we need to deal with this and get the roots. So you take the completed the square form. Now you already verified it on your calculator. So you know that you're going on the right road. We already know what roots you're looking for. You put it equal to 0. You get -1 x plus 3 to b squared is equal to -10 now. When you bring across the -1, it all of a sudden it turns to +10. And then x plus 3 is equal to plus or minus. Don't forget it's plus or minus, the root of that. What's next? Bring across the 3, not so? So when you bring across the 3, we'll get x is equal to -3, switch the sign, plus or minus the root of 10. And this will give me 2 values of x when I take away root 10 or when I add root 10. Look, your sister. So what are the 2 values you all got? What are the 2 values you all get? Boom and bang. So one is, wait, something a little wrong there. It's supposed to have a negative sign and equal. So -6.16. This is the 2 decimal places, and 0.16. I'll agree with Delicia. The 2 decimal places, yeah. And we scroll. Look at that. We on page 5. Question 2011, June. So we're in June 2011. The binary operation is defined by this. And this is a square. So it's not really quadratics, but you're still squaring up things. So this is really substitution. Someone is asking me to go over. This is going to be saved, so you'll be able to watch it over. Right? If you have a specific question, let me know. So the binary operation, this asterisk is defined as this. This is just, I call binary operators fancy substitution. It's just fancy substitution earlier. So this is really 3 star 4 is equal to, put the 3 in instead of the A. 3 plus 4 to b squared minus 2 by 3 by 4. So this is 7 squared minus, what's that? That's 24. 7 squared minus 24, 49 minus 24 is 25. And the chat don't have it unlocked already. All you're not playing by chat, boy. All you're not playing. So yes, the answer is 25. Let's go on to the next question. Number 9, solve the pair of simultaneous. Right, so remember I told you all that sometimes you get simultaneous equation where one is linear and one could be a quadratic or one could be a non-linear. Here's a classic example, June 2011, question 9a. So let me write out both of this. Y is equal to x squared minus x plus 3. Now you can do this on a calculator, but it's a little confusing if you don't understand powers. Kind of goodness. So I don't want to show it on your calculator. Ding, 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 ding. So we already have y in terms of x, meaning y is the subject of the formula here, and we have x and some other numbers on that side. So what we want to do is take this and substitute it wherever we see y. So we could call this equation 1, and we can call this equation 1, and we can call the next one equation 2. We're going on earlier. So we can say substituting y, or we can say substituting equation 2 in equation 1, or another way is substituting for y in equation 1, whatever. You'll get 6 minus 3x is equal to x squared minus x plus 3. Why isn't the chat if you understand what happened there? So instead of writing back y, we replaced it with the 6 minus 3x. And now, let's bring everything on the right-hand side. We'll get x squared minus x plus 3x. I'm squeezing in the plus 3x there. Plus 3 minus 6. So verify with me if this feels good. Plus 2x minus 3. So this is the quadratic that's facing us. This is the quadratic that's facing us. So I think 1 or 2 people answered what is the correct answer for what is the image in the background. I'll try and keep switching up the images to different locations in the Caribbean, and you can guess the images as we go along. As the season get hot, the exam season get hot. So factorizing this, you would see that this should really split into plus 3x and negative 1x. So in the end, you get x minus 1 and x plus 3. So therefore, x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 3. Well, negative 3. What we do is just switch the sign, or you can write it out like this. X minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to negative 3. When x is equal to 1, y is equal to 6 minus 3 by 1. I replace the x with 1. So y is equal to 3. So 1, 3 is a solution. Where did 0 come from? The 0 come from leaving nothing behind. So we brought across the 6, switch sign, we brought across the negative 3. So what's left? 0. You can also use a matrix method. Not recommended. Because you see, this is square. All right? And this is the correct answer for what the background is. And when x is equal to negative 3, y is equal to 6 minus 3 by negative 3. So what we're going to get here, boy? We're going to get 15. So negative 3, 15 is another solution. Well done, Khalees. Khalees, I'm not going to pin your answer and somebody type and jump it up. Well done. So why the equal sign there if the next side is 0? You're asking some very sus questions here, Mr. Jonathan. I mean, why the equal sign here? 0 is equal to all of that. That's an algebra question there. You can use the quadratic formula. Why would you use the quadratic formula for this? I want to just say here, the quadratic formula is something that you really don't need to use. You know? I am here to tell you today, between me and you today, I did up to mechanical engineering bachelor's, and I don't think I ever used the quadratic formula. You can get away with never using the quadratic formula. You either use completing the square, factorizing, or your calculator. There's only some little pinpoint occasions where you have to use the quadratic formula. I mean, I use the quadratic formula as a teacher. All right, so let me keep going. So you're not using the formula when you can factorize this simple thing. Factorize, now, man. Yeah. What's next? So that was a nice question on simultaneous equations. It was worth 5 marks. Them kind of marks and things don't dish up these days. There's chinks and the marks a little more than that. So here we're going to complete the square again. I'm going to really race through this completing the square now because I'm going into full speed mode. 4x squared minus 8x minus 2. Well, not full speed, but you know, I'm going a little faster. Then we need to find the minimum value and the value of x when f of x is minimum. So you notice what's happening. Let's start to see pattern already. We only do 2 years. They're asking you to complete the square. Then boom bang, they're asking you little questions just like before. Well, you see, there's no one talking about. There's no one talking about. I tell you this. Ask you to complete the square and then you have to collect some marks, free marks. So when you complete the square on this guy, let's see what's going to happen. 4x squared minus 8x minus 2. So I'm only going to use one method this time. I'm only going to use this method where I take out everything. So if I add in 1 here, and the reason I add in 1 because half of this is -1 and I square it, you get 1. 1 by 4 is 4. So I need to take out 4. So I'm going to end up with 4 into x minus 1 to b squared minus 6. Excellent, excellent. Now you understand, if you catch a grasp of this method and you're quick with fractions and arithmetic, this method is way faster than the HK method. But the HK method is the security bag method. If you know you're just mids in maths, ain't really too quick in this maths thing. You're just doing this maths thing for the people, them to collect a little 1 or 2 and roll out whatever, right? But if maths is your thing, doing it this way is way faster. So let me keep going. So we completed this square. The minimum value of f of x, and we could always double check on our calculator, right? Double check this on your calculator. The minimum value of f of x is, and at least say is 1. For 1 mark, we need to find the minimum value. The minimum value of f of x will be this. So the minimum value of f of x or of y, the minimum value of f of x is k, which is equal to -6 in this case, because this is in the form a into x plus h to b squared plus k. This is always be the minimum value where you're talking y and f of x, and this is be the negative. This is be the x value at the minimum point, or the value of x when you're at the minimum. So that which is the next thing they're going to ask you, the value of x which is at the minimum. Fine. So the minimum or the value of x at minimum point is going to be negative h, which is -1, which is 1. I love the amount of people are seeing getting things correct here. Keep it up, keep it up. Let's see if we can continue like this straight through. So that was that. We just practicing a lot of small quadratic questions here and some of the larger ones too. In fact, all the quadratic questions that ever come in CSEC exam. We are now on 2012. We're starting to reach quarter way through. What's the time? Damn, I mean, I'm going to be here until 8 o'clock. Factorize completely x squared minus 16. And factorize this one completely. Now notice they already size you up here. It's like they give you a quadratic, but they're helping you out. They're helping me out. They already find the 2 terms. Right? So very quickly, you should know that this is x minus 4 by x plus 4. That's difference of 2 squares. And this one has already begun. So I can factorize out x. Put back the 2x minus 3 here. And just get a little 4 here to make it work. So this is x plus 4 by 2x minus 3. Problems understanding this? Search up Cohen Springer Quadratics. Learn your quadratics. Come back. Feel like a star. Right? Anybody have this again? So you have this difference of 2 squares again. I like the one you just call the while I've seen here. So this is like the while I've seen here. You just find what's common. What was common was the x. And you end up with 2x minus 3. You put it back on this side. And you find your little balancer there. Your little balancer. And you're good to go. Easy has it. So the table below shows the corresponding values of x. So this is a fill in the blanks, complete the table and draw. Draw? Class done, Ali. All right. We can draw. Copy and complete the table. And you need to draw some kind of scale and drop some kind of thing here. And using your graph, estimate the value of y when x is equal to 3.5, showing the graph how the value is obtained. And without further calculations, write the equation of the axis of symmetry, and then estimate the minimum value of the function y. So it's like the quadratics question again, but you had to do it yourself. You had to draw up all kind of ridiculousness. So let me see if you can do this. You see how this is 0 and 5? Well, this could be 0. And you see how this is -3? Well, this could be -3 because quadratics like to mirror each other. See how this is probably the minimum point. -3, 0, 0, 5, 5. But just to make sure and satisfy minds out here, let's say when x is -1, y is going to be equal to -1 to b squared minus 2 by -1 minus 3. How am I getting this? This is the equation for the quadratic. When x is -1, I'm substituting. So now this is going to be 1 plus 2 minus 3, which is 0. And if you verify 2 and you substitute 2 into that, you should get -3 as well. Why isn't it chatting for you? Understand everything we do here so far? So we have 0 and -3, and you collect your 2 marks. Now we need to use a scale and plot this graph. What I really do now, here, boy. Now, when I'm going to plot the graph, and I'm going to show you some of the techniques I use to plot graphs so not to run into problems. The first thing I do is kind of identify highest, lowest, furthest to the left, furthest to the right. So to me, this is going all the way back to -2. So about -2 here, and all the way up to 4. So about 4 there. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to go all the way down to -4. So I need to make some space here, and I go all the way down to -4. And then going back all the way up to 5. So again, I kind of graph like this. Something so. Right? So now I'm not going and run into problems without, not planning. I'm going to draw a stupid graph and next thing my graph going up in the sky and that kind of thing. Right? So I'm ready for them. So graph paper time. Take out all your graph paper. They gave me a scale, but I'm going to ignore the scale. I just use it whatever. The reason being my graph not I as a big man, I could do what I want. Now in the exam use your own scale. Why people only telling me nice t-shirt? Okay. So 0, 1, 2. Nah, boy, we had to use that tiny. We had to use the tiny. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we want to go all the way up to 5. So you see my scale. My scale ain't really saying things. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. How much you went to? -2. My scale sucks, boy. To be honest, it sucks. Really and truly, your graph paper would be more like this, and they will give you a scale to use. And then this will be 1, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're only going up to what? We're only going up to 4. So I'm going to make my scale on the x-axis a little bigger. My graph will come out looking a little weird, but small thing. -1, -2. And this will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. All your graph will look nothing like this, right? And at -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your little dashes there, make it look good. Boom, bam, bing, bing, ding, 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 ding. Yeah, these graph things be so time consuming, boy. And now we plot. So who was 0? -1 was 0 already. 0, 0. Then it dropped down to -3. -3, and then it dropped down to -4. So that is with there, and now you draw your line, your curve up nice. So you can put, when I mean this, yeah, when they ask you to draw a graph in CSEC, you can put either draw the graph as a big man. Go ahead. You say I don't pay no marks as a big man too. So zoop. That was a complete miss. I forget I was aiming for that point. So zoop. Zoop. Yeah, make sure your thing ain't looking shaky and bumbly like that, right? I drawing using my iPad pencil and it's slippery. It's slippery. So it's shaking and thing. But make sure your thing come out nice and smooth and looking like this. Smoothness, right? Your smoothness. So that is you there. Done. Ignore the, don't watch that part. Don't watch that part. In your exam, watch that part. But don't watch that part for me right now. I didn't do it with this scale. Using your graph, estimate the value of y when x is equal to 3.5. 3.5, fine. To me, when x is equal to 3.5, that's 3.5 there, right? Y is going to be equal to what? Y is going to be equal to 2.5. When x is 3.5, so that's 3. Y is equal to 2.5. I like the answer. Isabella verified it too. And if Isabella says so, let it be so. Wait now, 2 marks for that? Oh, yeah, to show on the graph how it was obtained. I want to know what it is. They're really giving away marks this year. So yeah, to show on the graph how it is obtained, and it's always advised that you do this. Anytime they say use graph, they use them little dotted lines and things to show them that, you know things out here. We know things out here. That you get them that. Don't walk with no color pencils and think just because you see mine in colors. That is a normal pencil. Right. Boom. Without further calculations, write the equation of the axis of symmetry of the graph. So the axis of symmetry is here. Once again, is the line that splits the graph in the middle and is always the x value of the minimum point. You put x is equal to that, or x value of the maximum point. So the equation of the axis of symmetry is x is equal to 1. You all understand what I'm saying? If you ain't understand, don't worry. We might do this like about 4 or 5 more times before this class done. Okay, so bang, and estimate the minimum value of the function y. You don't even really need to estimate and look it right here. This was the lowest that it went. So the minimum value is of y is equal. I don't like to put y is the minimum value of y is equal to that. The minimum value of y is, because it's not like y is equal to that, right? So it kind of is. It kind of is. The minimum value of y is equal to -4. But there's a case where I don't like to do this. Like if the minimum value of x for y is, you don't want to put equal there because they talk about the x. All right, so everybody get the answers, and I'm feeling ready. Feeling fuzzy inside. You all know all your things. State these values of the solutions. Once again, you're still using the graph. The solutions. And you notice the solution. When they say solutions, they're talking about x squared minus 2x minus 3. I make a mistake? 2.25. Did I make a mistake? .25, not 2.5. That's from a long time ago. Oh, my bad. But my graph not really drawn to scale. It looking a little under, yes, you can see like a cheat here a little bit. Yeah. All you're holding me back for that way. Try venture and easiest. Fine. So all you must see draw your graph and it come out better than mine. Fine. 2.3? 2.3? We could pull up decimals and see the exact answer. It must be really is 2.25. All right, so yeah, but ignoring all of that, estimate the minimum value of the function y. No, we do that already. We want the roots. So to me, the roots would be x is equal to 3 and x is equal to -1. So the roots is when they're saying, remember, this is when you have the equation equal to 0, that means the roots, or you need to solve this where it cuts the line y is equal to 0, aka the x-axis. All right, so I feel like you all have a really strong understanding of everything here so far, at least the people who talking. Anybody have any questions that they can let me know? Oh, you need the screenshot? Okay. So I can post this screenshot on Instagram now. Let me get the student hub logo there and let me post. Or maybe I should pose with this hand pointing. So yeah, that's it. Bang. That's the screenshot there. I hope I'll take a good screenshot. Right. So we're gonna factorize some more. So you notice what's happening. You're getting an easy little factorizing question, then you're getting the completing the square question probably sometimes. Let's zoom in on the factorizing part. Factorizing this is not quadratics, by the way. This is just something crazy. So we just factorizing 2x cubed y plus 6x squared y squared. What's common? 2 is common. 2 is common. Up to x squared is common. Up to y is common. What's missing now? 2x squared y. This is 2x cubed y. X is missing. 2x squared y. This is 6x squared y squared. Well, a 3 is missing. 2 by 3 makes 6. And one of the y is missing. So that's your answer there. Y'all understand? This is difference of two squares. There's nothing funny here. There's no common factors. So there's no one of the case where you need to pull out a common factor first. So this is just straight up going to be 3x minus 2 and 3x plus 2. This is the 4 terms method. 4 terms. You pull out the 4x. You leave them back with an x here and a y. And 2y actually. Hit them an x and a 2y on this side. Because you must put back the same thing. That's what they're aiming for in the CXC life. And to make things good, to make the dealings nice. Did I leave out something? To make the dealings nice. Oh, no, you say 2. I mean, make the dealings nice, you put in this negative y here, because negative y by this is negative x. Y. And then you group them up, 4x minus y. X plus 2y. That's your answer there. Ratings. Don't let me hear you get that question wrong in the exam and make sure organize yourself. Solve the pair of simultaneous equations. Once again, one is linear, one is a quadratic. 5 marks, marks free run. So we're going to collect these marks nicely here. And look, they put y in terms of x for us. So we will start off with these two equations. Y is equal to 8 minus x. We have 2x squared plus xy is equal to negative 16. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. And we'll go on a clean page. Put him down there. And we'll say substituting the linear equation. Substituting equation 1 into equation 2. We'll get 2x squared plus xy. Nope, we can't put y. We need to put what y is in terms of x. 8 minus x is equal to negative 16. Why is in the chat if you understand that? You understand? Vinay, I can't make your mod right now. When I come off, I'll try and go back in the chat. That's why I do. I just went back in the chat, and any of the names I've seen frequently, I just make them mods. People who was behaving themselves and thing. All right, so 8 minus x, you put in the 8 minus x there. Nice. So everybody say y. And then we end up with 2x squared plus 8x minus x squared is equal to negative 16. Easy thing, man, easy thing. So this is x squared now, so we need to work along with this guy. So you'll end up with x squared plus 8x plus 1, which is incredible. B squared 4ac. All right, let me know if y'all agree with me up to here. Did I leave out a 16 or plus 16? Let me know if y'all agree with me up to here. All right, so now I'm seeing that this is 16, this is 8, this is a perfect. Is this a perfect square? So this is a perfect square because you get any kind of half relationship there. This is what we used to be doing when we completing the square the natural way, creating a perfect square. You know? So this is a perfect square. So this is x plus 4 to b squared. You'll end up with 2x plus 4s then. Y'all agree with me there? Yeah, guys. I've seen people still quarreling about this negative 16. A short circuit is equal to 0. So therefore, x is equal to 4. Now, it's a repeated root. X is equal to 4 and x is equal to 4. So we just deal with them 1. So x is equal to 4. And when x is equal to 4, y is equal to 8 minus 4. It is equal to 4. So what? So the only thing is 4, 4. Very interesting question. The answer is very interesting. Like if you're not aware that these things can happen, you'll be really confused with what's going on here. Lovely, 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 lovely. Love it. 5 marks for that too? Wow. State given the reason for your answer when the line y is equal to 8 is a tap. Oh, look, they're going and make you explain this. Is it negative 4? 8 minus 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Negative 4. Oh, yes, it is negative 4. We're going on by. We're going on with current today by. So this is 12. So the reason why it's negative 4 is because x plus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 4. Joshua, standard 5 like you doing in here, boy. For real, where the 2x gone? What 2x? Wow. I'm gonna do for this whole question. This is going so good, and I just So this is 2x squared. Y'all, I'll be paying attention to this element. 8 minus x is equal to negative 16. 2x squared plus 8x minus x squared is equal to negative 16. No, my x, well, oh, yeah, my x squared would go for a good reason. So this is x squared plus 8x plus 16 is equal to 0. That and that meet up together as 1. Yeah, so we're good to go there. So this is x plus 4 to b squared is equal to 0. So therefore, x is equal to negative 4. And when x is equal to negative 4, then y is equal to 8 minus negative 4, which is, what is this, 12? So we get negative 4, 12 as the solution. So we have negative 4, 12 as the solution. But the next question is asking us the thing that asking us about what happened here. So because we got repeated roots, suggests that the line touches the curve once and only once. When a line touches a curve once, once at one point, one exact point, it means that is a tangent. Therefore, y is equal to 8 minus x is a tangent to 2x squared plus xy equal to negative 16. Why isn't it chat if you understand that? So in other words, actually let me pull it up for y'all. Let's just type in this. Y is equal to 8 minus x and 2x squared plus xy. So you can get a little visual on what happened in here. Negative 16. So what is happening here? What is happening here? This is happening. This. So the curve only touches the line once. So you have your curve, bang. Wherever I touch the line, it touch the line. Negative, or was it negative 412? Yeah, so it touch the line right there. Exactly. Negative 412, right there. You all understand? So this is the equation of the curve. It actually doing a kind of double thing here, and it's about asymptote, but we don't care about that. And this is the equation of the line, and it actually glimpses, boom, and touch the curve once. Now, if you're asking me to go over, you have no worries. You can just watch back over the entire video. If you have a specific question, you can let me know. Anybody with a specific question? Now, please don't think I callous or anything, as real go over stuff. I mean, here I am on YouTube doing past papers in all the quadratic past papers just for doing them sake, right? But it's very important that you understand in maths to ask specific questions. So it makes it a tangent at that point. Yes, it does. So this point here is the tangent. We got repeated roots. So if we had got two separate roots, it would mean that you had the curve and it cut through at the line cut through at 2 points. All right, let me keep it rolling. If you have any specific questions, let me know. So we continue. You give a nice reason here why it's a tangent. What is a tangent? A tangent is a line that touches the curve only once. You have a curve. If the line touches the curve once and only once, is a tangent. Factorize completely. So more free marks. Let me just stick on this one again. And this one we'll have the 2 by the negative, giving you negative 40. So we get two numbers that multiply to give you. So I'm seeing 8 and 5 already, right? Negative 8, negative 5. So this will be like 2n squared minus 8n plus 5n minus 20. How are you all going to do that? We'll agree with that one. And then we take out the 2n into n minus 4. Put back a n minus 4 here, and I'm seeing that 5 is my little balancer. Just to make things all right. Thanos. Everything is perfectly balanced. 2n plus 5 goes here, and n minus 4 stays there. Nice. So you should be getting really strong in these. You should have practiced these since Sunday and organize yourself, right? Let's go on into we in 2013, by the way, nearing halfway through. Write f of x equal 3x squared minus 5x plus 1 in this form. Nice. Completing this square again. So we need to complete this square, and then we need to find minimum value of f of x and the value of x at the minimum. How much time we do this already? I think this is the 3rd or 4th time we do this. You catching the idea? And then solve the equation. So then you need to solve. You need to get the roots. How much time we do that already? We do this twice already. So you see why I need to learn how to complete this square by the hook or the crook so that you could collect the other marks. You're catching where I explained that last time, right? So 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. 3x squared minus 5x plus 1. 3 into x squared minus 5 over 3x plus 1. Half of that squared. So that's 5 over 6. So you're looking at 25 over 36. Plus 1, 3. I'm feeling like we do this already. We do the same exact thing already, or the same exact, is this, they repeat the exact question? Or I feel that 25 over 36 already. Was it 49 over 36? What it was? I remember we do something similar to that. Now, Jonathan say a tangent is a line that just touches the circumference of a circle. It don't necessarily need to be a circle alone, eh? Any curve. Now, we just adding 25 over 36 here, so we need to take back out 25 over 36. Nope, 25 over 36 by 3. So it'll be like 12. Right? And now we'll end up with 3x minus 5 over 6 to be squared. When I work out that wall again? Was it minus 13 over 12? 12 over 12, right? 12 minus, so minus 13, negative 13 over 12. Right. Excellent. Which is in the form a into x plus h to b squared plus k, where h is equal to negative 5 and 6, and k is equal to negative 13 and 12. Max. Well, let's see Q in our exam. Let's have that in the exam. All right. And then hence otherwise determine the minimum value of the, so once you complete this square, probably could take out this for a little while. Once you complete this square, you have minus 5 and 6 to be squared. What's the next thing? 13 and 12 minus 13 and 12. Once you complete this square, see this, it means h is negative 5 and 6, and k is negative 13 and 12. If you did the formula method, you'll have your h and k. So the minimum value, what's the question? Minimum value of f of x is k, or of y of f of x is equal to k is equal to negative 13 and 12. The value of x at the minimum is negative h, which is equal to negative 5 and 6. Just switch the sign, which is equal to 5 and 6. This is the third time we're doing this, at least the third time we're doing this today. Are they catching you? Are they catching the hang of it? And then solve. So we need to solve using this. We already complete the square. They want to see us bring it all the way home. We complete the square here. So bring it all the way home. Okay, fine. So when you're solving, and I'm going to show you it again, you put equal to 0. First thing is always bring across this. You're going to see it happen time and time again. All of these are past paper questions that we're doing. 13 over 12. Then you divide back by the 3. So you get 13 over 36. The squared is still here. Might need to get rid of the squared. So you have x minus 5 and 6 equal plus or minus the square root of 13 and 36. All of that making sense? And then you just throw back in this 5 and 6 thing there. So you have x is equal to 5 and 6 plus or minus the square root of 13 and 36. This will give two answers, where you have x is equal to 5 and 6 plus the square root of 13 and 36, which is I don't know what that is. What is that? 1.43? 1.43 to 2 decimal places. Or x is equal to 5 and 6 minus the square root of 13 and 36. Why that looking like a 66 there, but what's going on with me, right? And this is going to be 0.23 to 2 decimal places. I just taken what these people put in the chat earlier so I could verify if they round off and thing properly. All right, so that's, and you get 4 marks for that. Now the reason I is normally get a good bit of marks for this one, it's kind of long, is that I bring across this, bring across the a if you have to, plus or minus the square root, and then get 2 answers. Practice that little extra piece there. Practice that little extra piece. Why Jonathan Shepard in my screen for, boy? How long in my screen by Jonathan, boy? So we in 2013 June now. We're gonna factorize and then we're gonna complete the square and it's starting to get repetitive. Now imagine how it feels for me teaching this for the last 10 years and doing these same questions over and over and over and over and acting every year like this is brand new. This is brand new. All right, so 2x cubed, this is not a quadratic by the way, but we'll still factorize it. So 2x cubed minus 8x. So you have x into 2 is also common. 2x into x squared minus 4. Ooh, this is a nice one. What just happened here? What just happened here? We was factorizing normal, and then all of a sudden, just like I was talking about on Sunday, something pop out. Difference of two squares out of the blues. So we'll have to keep factorizing because you see this word here? That word there means you're only getting 1 mark if you stop there. So in the end, this yes, well done, Ariane. Ariane no stick. This is x minus 2 by x plus 2 because you need to treat this like you factorize the difference of two squares thing. All right. Next up, we had 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. 3 by negative 2 is negative 6. So I'm seeing that I want negative 6 and plus 1x minus 2. You're splitting it, right? Not taking too long explaining the individual factorizing quadratic part now. You get 3x into x minus 2, x minus 2, put it back plus 1, 3x plus 1 into x minus 2. Tamoy Williams, what you don't understand? Then we take a little pause and I want to talk to Tamoy. What you don't understand? Next up, we had to complete the square, so you all could go ahead and complete the square for this. H and K, this is where they start to use A, H, and K in CXE from about this year onward. The year before this too, A, H, and K. And then sketch the graph. So you had to sketch a graph, and you need to show the intercept on the y-axis and the coordinates of the minimum point. All right, so tomorrow taking a little too long to answer. So let's go ahead and complete the square. And they already completed the square. So we have 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. (3x squared minus 12x plus 8). So you're completing the square. You was really supposed to complete the square? Yeah. 4x plus 8. So I factorize all the A. I whip all the A. And then, so they bring these questions to CXE Randa. We're really asking. This past people's question for real. And then I'm going to get half of that and square it. So I'm going to end up with, really going to end up with here, right? This is strange. And then I need to take back out 12. Yeah, fine, if you insist. Wait. Yeah. So this is going to be 3x minus 2 to be squared minus 4. Yeah. Which is what most people in the chat already getting. So we good to go. I'll complete the square. And you see where A is 3, H is negative 2, K is negative 4. It's in the form A into x plus H to be squared plus K. It's in that form. Bang. Rate out of 10. Rate out of 10 how much y'all understand everything here. Starting to get repetitive, right? Y'all understanding? We keep in, we go in. Whether you sleep, you not take a walk around. I see Michelle saying she's sleepy. We go in until we done. We go in. True. The practice is good. Get the practice in now. The intercept on the y-axis, the coordinates of the minimum. So we completed the square. We get him. Sketch the graph. Y is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. Show on your sketch. Show. Right, so this is something new. We didn't really do this yet. How to sketch the graph now. So here's some tips on sketching the graph, which is not very likely to come, but if it does, now you know what to do when you need to sketch the graph. Well, first you identify the minimum point is 2, -4. Tell me if I agree with that. The minimum point is always negative h, k, coordinates. The y-intercept is not this. The y-intercept is from this, 0, 8. So the y-intercept is 0, 8. So the minimum point happens on the positive side. So like about 2. Somewhere there's a minimum point, -4 somewhere there. And the y-intercept is quite up here, 8, somewhere up here for 8. You understand how I'm visualizing it already? So I'm seeing to do something like I should be doing something like saying this is -4, saying this is about 8 here, saying that this is about 2, and drawing my sketch to suit. Now, the tip I give is when they say sketch, forget about putting in the points first. Kind of visualize where the graph's supposed to go, draw the graph, and then put in your points to suit. So you understand? So you could get to draw a nice smooth graph at a nice speed. My pencil really making me look like a terrible out here. Wow. All right, that's the best. That's the best we get. That's the best. No, I'm supposed to come up from 8. Way. All right, that working. All right. So these are some key points in your sketches. Fortunately, in this one, they only asked us to say the coordinates of the minimum point and the y-intercept. Excuse me. So you're coming here now and you're seeing 0, 8. And then you're coming here and you're saying 2, -4. Why is in the chat if you understand that? That's fairly simple, right? Formula for h and k, yes. You can use the formula for h and k, but for the last two, I just use this method. All right, for the next time I complete this square, I'll use the formula method. Earlier on in the video, I used the formula method. How you get the 8 from here? The y-intercept is always the value of c from the original equation. I'm moving too fast. Ask questions. I try to scan the whole chat every now and then. We were going a little slow in the beginning, but speeding up now because we're actually repeating stuff. But you could feel free to ask a question, like how persons ask how I get the 8 and that kind of thing. All right, so no questions. Let's keep it rolling. When next you're going live, I'm going live tomorrow for AdMaths people. We're going to do trigs. We're getting -12. Where we had -12. What -12? We talking about this coming the question. So and minus hk is the turning point, yes. So h was -2. So the turning point turned out to be 2, -4. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock tomorrow for AdMaths people. So are we going until 8? We're going until we finish. Let me try and finish. All right, so let's keep going. Factorize completely 3. Okay, so same thing. Same. So you pull out the 3, end up with x minus 2y. Put back the x minus 2y there. Although this part not supposed to, you're not supposed to lose no mark in this part. Very easy, boy. 3 plus a and x minus 2y. Agreed? Question, when they ask to solve, can you use the quadratic formula? Yes. Or why? I can use the quadratic formula. Okay. Going fast on this. We explained this already. You know, this is the if you don't understand, okay. If you don't understand how to do this, look up factorizing. Cohen Springer factorizing. There's a video I have with this moving at a slow pace. Anything you don't understand how to do, just ask me the topic and I'll tell you the video to go and check. All right, so we continue in p squared minus 1. This is difference of 2 squared. So this is p plus 1, p minus 1. Or you could ask me a specific question. Expand and simplify. We really doing this? Okay, let me expand and simplify. Expand and simplify. This multiply by that, this multiply by that. So you get 2k squared minus 4k. You understand, right? And then you have negative 3k by k, and then negative 3 by negative 2. So you'll have negative 3k and positive 6. And then these two could group down together. So yeah, that they ask for you to simplify, right? So 2k squared minus 7k plus 6. Now, a lot of the people who racing through here, I know their names. They are either always on my channel or they always in or they from my maths class. I actually have a maths class. So if you're in Form 4, if you feel like you want to do it next year, organize yourself. We'll be going through each topic bit by bit throughout the whole year. And one of the things I realize that people in weekend maths, they always last minute, the last month before exams, you want to go from 0 to hero. Sometimes it's work, but sometimes it ain't working. So why you don't give yourself the whole year? Yeah, people will say, yeah, I understand. And when you're teaching it, just, you know, I need you to, and in my inbox quarreling with me. So I can take 4 hours out of my day every day to teach you. Alone, you alone in the Caribbean, from wherever, from somewhere in Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, Jamaica. Like, why? How I going to do that? And I feel the pain. I understand where you're coming from. And yes, if I do it, yes, you might pass maths, but I could help way more people with the time, right? So, just if you're interested, join the class. I try to make my class as affordable as possible. It's 200 TTD, Trinidad and Tobago dollars per month. And you just WhatsApp this number if you're not from Trinidad, 1868, and join the class. It starts in July and we go all the way up to exams next year. We prepare students for January by doing a crash course in December. No additional charge. Just pay 200 per month. We have classes in everything. Every subject CSEC keep. Organize yourself, make the thing good. All right, January 2014, we reached 2014 now. The diagram below, it shows this, where B and C are constants. Where's B and C? Oh, that and that. Wow, there's a different look. This question have a different look. I don't have dance classes. Wait, is I really getting asked? I don't have dance classes. But I have music classes, believe it or not. Keyboard, guitar, drums. Some sick people teaching these things. I myself play keyboard, guitar, and drums. Mostly keyboard. Anyhow, where B and C are constants. This is a different looking one. So let me see what they are for you. Make it interesting, CXE. State the roots of the equation x squared plus bx plus c. Well, the roots of the equation indicate the path where it cuts the x-axis. We see that time and time again. So the roots are x is equal to -1 and x is equal to 5. So I'm just pin that, Isabella. If Isabella says so, it's so. Remember what I told you earlier on, right? So we have the roots. And we're going to do something with these roots later on. Watch this. This one a little different. Pay attention to this one, people. For the functions y is equal to x squared plus bx plus c, determine the value of c. Now, what's the value of c then? Think about it. What's the value of c? And Kashmir has it here. It must be -5. C is the y-intercept. When it's in this normal form, C is the y-intercept, and -5 according to the graph. So for the function, is -c, and they say show that b is -4. So let me do both of them. So C here must be -5, and we have the roots. We have the roots. X is equal to -1, or x is equal to 5. You know what this means? This means x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 5 is equal to 0 at the roots. This means the factors are x plus 1. This is one way of doing it, x plus 5. And we could square out this whole here, you know. We could get x squared plus 1x plus 5x plus 5. So we could, sorry, is it x? This should be -5. Sorry, my bad. Negative. Why is it negative? Because when you bring it across, it switch sign. And we have negative here. Yeah, so this is one way to do this. It's quick. X squared minus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. So B, they ask you to show that B is -4. That's what they ask you. So B is -4. That's that. I feel like that's the best way to do it. You bring up the roots. So that was a little different than what we do. If you're seeing blurry, you need to switch it. You need to switch the setting. Saran, you need to switch the setting on your YouTube. Go on the gearbox or whatever, or the three dots thing. This is one way to do it. What's another way you can do this? X squared plus bx plus c is equal to... I don't really see another way to do it. You could probably start off with the quadratic equation. You could probably start off with the completing this equation, but that way harder. Well, not harder, but longer. Just use the roots, use the factors, and expand. Very, very different. Nice question. State the coordinates of the minimum point on the graph of the function y is equal to x. So they want the coordinates of the minimum point, or we're going to get the coordinates of the minimum point. So at the minimum point, we can find the h and the k, or we can find h and then substitute and get k. I wonder if you all understand what I'm saying. At the minimum point, x is equal to -h, which is h is b on 2a, so negative b on 2a. So this is going to be -4 on 2 by 4. This one is a little different. Is that correct? 2a, what is a? A is 1. A is 1. Yeah, so this is -4 on 2, -4, -1 to a. So this is going to be 2. So the minimum point is always just -h according to when you complete the square. And when you complete the square, h is b on 2a. So this is a question where using the formula help you to, instead of going and complete the whole square just to get what h is, you just whip out what h is and you get the x value as the minimum point. How you all feel about that? And from the graph, you have good guidance. Another way you can do it is the minimum point always lies between the two roots. So I could add this and divide by 2. So -1 plus 5 is 4 divided by 2 is 2. The minimum point is always... I ask how you feel about this. Natalia say bad, yes. Let me put about key and say great. Darrell say great. We're going to the great. Natalia, what is that? What is that? So -1 plus 5, you add it up, divide by 2, you get the middle there. You get the middle. Michelle say sleepy. You get the middle. So once you get the 2, but you actually whole coordinates, you need to substitute the 2 into our good friendly equation here to get what the y value is going to be. So y is going to be equal to 2 squared minus 4 by 2 plus 5. And the chat is telling me that this is going to be... Is the chat telling me sense here? X squared minus 4. What was C? C was -5. Anybody tell me to put -5 here? -5, -5, -5, -5. Yes, yes. A lot of people are saying that. My bad. Because 1 by -5 is -5 here. But I was really watching the B term. But yes, -5. So this is going to be x. This is going to be -9. So this coordinate is 2, -9. So somebody saying, so is -2? Now x is 2. X is 2. Yeah, but it have a negative here. It's negative each. So it's -4. Right? So you end up back in the positive land. And a good way to guide yourself is that you the graph there too. It can't be -2. It's had to be +2. So I like this question. Definitely go back and do this question. If you need people who understand this inside out, go back and do this question. It had little tricks in it. Feel this question was done terribly. All right, so let's go to number 6 on June 2014. The graph of the quadratic function y is equal to x squared for -4 shown below, blah, blah, blah. The coordinates of the points m and n are that, what's it called? Y is equal to x squared. Between that and that, easy man thing, man. Determine the value of x and y. I probably could zoom in a little bit. Although some people will be watching me on the big screen TV and all kind of thing. While you're watching this on, while you're taking in this class on right now, don't forget to press like on the stream. What you're taking in this class on? Tablet, phone, laptop, computer, desktop, TV, your fridge. Last year somebody said they watching it on the fridge. I don't know if that's a clout. So if it's -1, -1 squared is 1. So y is equal to 1. If x, for this part again, 9, so x must be equal to 3. Curved TV, 50-inch TV, PC, laptop, desktop, phone. I know watching my laptop by extreme slower, iPod mini, laptop, PC, mostly laptop. Everything we're doing right now is quadratics. Determine the gradient of the line MN, my life 3 max. So this is, the point is -1, 1, and the next point is 3, 9. Gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is going to be equal to 9 minus 1 over 3 minus -1, 8 over 4, 2. Wait, this is not a mini marathon. This is a real marathon for real. Because we start off on 3 and we near 5 o'clock. So how you get 1 and 3? Good question. How you got 1 and 3? -1. The graph is y is equal to x squared. Eh? We said that earlier. So -1 substituting there means that the y will be 1. -1 squared is that. And well, I could actually just see that this is 3. X is 3 when that. Well, 3 squared is 9. So I'm using the graph and I'm using the formula for the graph. Determine the gradient of the line MN. We just do that, did we not? Was it 2? 2. The equation of the line MN. So I want to progress with this. So the gradient was 2. Equation of the line, you can say y minus y1 equal m into x minus x1. And we could use y minus 1 is equal to, what is the gradient? 2 into x minus -1. So this is 2 into x plus 1, y minus 1. Why are I writing on top of this for y? Not looking good. Right, so I feel you all seeing that. You all seen it? So you'll end up with y minus 1 is equal to 2x plus 2. And then y is equal to 2x plus 3 when you bring across this one, which is what most people have here. Somebody say I so lost. So what we're doing here, this topic kind of tied into coordinate geometry. This is coordinate geometry. The only reason it mentioned here is because of the x squared. And anything that had anything remotely close to quadratic, it's in this worksheet. And I actually sent out this worksheet to all the students in my class yesterday. And I'm going to put it on the Discord server. The Discord server is a place with over 14,000 students. I imagine if this is the first time you're hearing about this. The Student Hub Discord server is a place with over 14,000 students from all around the Caribbean, and it have all the past papers in it. You know, past papers and resources and ones that talk and lime and thing. So it's a good place for students to be, especially around exam time. All the latest news is always break there. Is this free? Of course, absolutely free. This is the free part of the Student Hub. So if you're here, if you're in the Discord channel, press Y in the chat. Everybody, once you're in the Discord channel, press Y. And if you're not there, press N. And after all the Y's and N's pass, can somebody just show the link out so that people could just gather into the Discord channel after this, or we'll put it at the ending. Or if you're to get it, you could just go on the Student Hub Instagram and click the link there. All right, so let me keep rolling. The equation of the line parallel to MN and passing through the origin, them really serious about life, boy. All right, so this is free max. This is y is equal to 2x, and the reason why the equation of this line was y is equal to 2x plus 3. If it have a line parallel to this, it must have the same gradient. And since it's passing through the origin, the y-intercept is 0. So y is equal to 2x is the answer there. Or maybe links banned from the chat right now. So if you want to get to these, look at people not in the Discord. First time I'll hear about this. When I'll going in that Discord channel, I'm going to be saying, wait, they must keeping this from me. But you would be pleasantly surprised. That would be the best thing you ever do for the whole exam season. Trust me when I say that. So you go on the, the best thing you do is subscribe to the channel and press like on the video. So the second best thing you're going to do is go into the Discord channel. To access the Discord channel, go on the Student Hub Instagram page and click the link in the bio. And the inside, free, right? Cool. Let's go on. On the answer sheet provided, draw the tangent to that at the point 2,4. Carefully draw the tangent. Estimate the gradient of the tangent at 2,4. They don't bring these kind of questions again because it's up to interpretation, so I can just leave that out and forget that. And it's not because I don't want to draw. So factorize completely x squared minus 5x. So we should be getting an x minus 5, x minus 4, and an x minus 1 for this. I just speeding up. And an m minus 2n for this, and an m plus 2n, right? This is factorizing quadratics. This is difference of two squares. Factorization video, search my video on quadratics. But you should be able to do that, no problem. Express the quadratic function 3x squared plus 6x minus 2 in the form. Oh, another completing the square. And I said I'm going to do this one using the formula method for those of you all who just joined. So using the formula method, h is always equal to b on 2a. And you always want to like write in this nearby so that the examiner know you're comparing. And then you're going to put k is equal to c minus b squared and 4a. Or some of you all know this as 4ac minus b squared and 4a, whatever you want to, whatever float your boat. 6 on 2 by 3. Is this 1? Wow. And this is going to be negative 2 minus 6 squared. This 4 by 3. And you all can tell me what the answer is going to be. So in the end, you'll get 3x squared plus 6x minus 2 in the form a into x plus h squared plus k is equal to 1 into x plus 1, no, 3 into x plus 1 to b squared minus 5. This turned out to be 3. Yeah, 12. We do one like this already then. Negative 2 minus 3. Negative 5. Okay, and that's that. So this is the formula method. Healy has it there. Well done. Healy, who's them people in your photo? What anime is that? What anime is that, Alia? Anybody know what anime is that? Anyhow, so let's keep rolling. Hence, otherwise, state the minimum value. Right, once again, they're asking you once that thing based off of the same thing. Max. So let's get those max. 3 into x plus 1 to be squared. And what they want, there's always one the same thing over and over. Minimum value of f of x, so the y, right? So the minimum value it's from my game. Wait now, that's from the game that everybody's playing, Genshin thing. Minimum value of y1, the minimum value of f of x is always k, so that's negative 5. Well, state the equation of the axis of symmetry. So its axis of symmetry is x is equal to negative h. Axis of symmetry is always x is equal to negative h, or x is equal to the coordinate there of. So x is equal to negative 1 is the answer there. 13 pages down, 15 more to go. 15 to go. 15 to go. Hey, if it reach 8 o'clock, I go on. I just go on. Sketch the graph. Where we reach? I'm confused. And so otherwise, right? Axis of symmetry. Nice. Now, when they say axis of symmetry, don't just say negative 1. And you have to say x is equal to negative 1, or the equation. Sketch the graph y is equal to 3x squared plus 6x minus 2, showing on your sketch the intercept, blah, 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 blah. The intercept coordinates of the minimum point. Just like last time, the coordinates of the minimum point is negative 1, negative 5. The intercept is negative 2. Somebody curling outside the window there. The minimum point is that. So taking this little bit of information that we have here, the put him in the corner there, and also taking this information here, the completing the square form, which looking kind of jokey right now because I had to draw the 3 plenty times. And I understand that my graph is going to cut the x-axis somewhere at negative 2. And by the time it reaches negative 1, so the minimum point on the negative side. The minimum point on the negative side. So the minimum point is somewhere here. It cut at negative 2, something like this. So I immediately know that I want to draw my graph with the majority of it looking like this. Then I want to draw a sketch like this. You understand what I'm saying? Then I want to say this is 0, negative 2, and this is negative 1, 5, negative 5. How you all feeling about that? You understand the idea with sketching these things? You draw the curve first, and then you put any points. But before you put any points, you kind of do a sketch of the sketch first, kind of figuring out where the graph will fit, and then you hit it. Then you go. Okay. All you look at that page 13 out of 28. Factorize completely. Oh my gosh, we are fed up of this. So a into a squared minus 12. Anything here for the people? Why? Anything here for the... This is not a square number, so nothing for the people. That is alrighty. You gotta stop right here. Don't go and do anything spectacular. Just relax yourself there. And this one is going to be, well, the 2x squared. We can clearly see that this is going to be negative 2x minus 3x plus 5. This will add back up to give me negative 5x. When I multiply it, it's plus 3, sorry. It's giving me 6. So I'll have 2x into x minus 1, negative 3. This will give me... I'm just trying not to write into words. This will give me 2x minus 3. And x minus 1. All right, rate out of 10 how much you understand everything so far. Are you catching the hang of it? A little leave man going, we practicing right down to the wire. We might find some new things again. I know it's that certain things starting to repeat over and over, but that's good. That's good. And a graph sheet is provided for this question. The table below is designed to show the values of x and y for the function y is equal to x squared minus 2x. Blah, 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 for integers. So we need to complete the table. So they bring back this from a few years before. And as I said, with the quadratics, you see how this is -4? This is like the center part here, -3, -3. So we could expect these two things to be the same. Now you can't go and guess and say that this will be 4 for sure, or you need to figure it out. So I need to substitute 3 into there. So y is equal to 3 squared minus 2 by 3 minus 3. Well, again, so again 9 minus 6 minus 3. It's the bike in the background for me. We're leaving it as linear factors. Zero, right? 0, 0. I was confused with some of the numbers I was seeing now, but I was only rated from before. Okay, cool, fine. So 2 zeros. This will be 0 and this will be 0 too, because it kind of mirrored quadratics look like that. So good, table complete. On the graph, plot the graph. On the graph, plot the graph. On the graph paper or page, plot the graph of y's using the scale. Lord Father, draw a smooth curve passing through your points on the graph, and then you're going to use the graph to complete the minimum points and thing. So because you see me plot this graph already, I am not going to do this, but I will do the question, however. So the graph to plot is x squared. Here we go. I am plotting the graph here. Minus 2x. Ooh, look at all that graph plotted. Minus 3. And nice. I just plot the graph. And I think they wanted you to plot it between two values. Oh, from -2 to 4. Fine, fine, fine. I think it's a way to cut it off. I don't know. From -2 to 4. -2x is more than x less than 4. Is this the way? Is this the way? This is not the way. This is not, no, that could be the way. I just can't remember how to do it. But how to cut off the graph between the two limits now. I have a way to do it. Yeah. So we on the graph between -2 and 4. So your graph will be like stopping at 4 here and -2. And then what they want from that? What questions? On the graph on page 13, plot the graph, blah, 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 blah. On the graph, draw a smooth curve. We do that. Complete the following sentence. The values of x for which x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0 are something and something. They want the roots. The roots. They want the roots earlier. So where it's equal to 0. We do this a million times. A million times we do this. So the roots is -1 and 3. Agreed? Well done, people. And people out here, man. People here. I hear the whole thing. People here. So the roots are -1 and 3. The minimum value of x squared minus 2x minus 3 from the graph, from your graph, minimum value is 1, -4. 1, -4 inside. The equation of the line of symmetry, y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3, where they always use the x coordinate. Repetitive. We can clearly see here that the line of symmetry is that line there, and that line is x is equal to 1. All right, so my line kind of slanted, but it kind of push in a little bit there. Push out, I should say. Right, so we good. Everybody understand that inside out. Let's keep it rolling. The functions f, x, and g of x are defined as that evaluate g of f. Now notice how we have x squared in there. So let's see what g of 5, sorry. Let's see what's going to happen here if any quadratics. So this is new. This is new. This one I repeated. Let's see if anything strange is going to happen here. So g of x, or g of 5 in this case, is going to be 5 squared minus 1 over 3. 25 minus 1 over 3, 24 over 3 is 8. Easy thing. Write an expression in terms of x for f. What the inverse of this? The last thing you do is add on 2, and before that you multiply by 3. So the inverse of this, you're going to have to take back all that 2 and then divide by 3. So that's the inverse. So you can do the whole process. I just do it quickly there. When we come to functions and things, we spend more time, and I'll go through how to do the inverse. Write an expression for g f of x in the form x plus a over x plus, right. So g f of x is a compound function. You want g f of x. It means take f of x and put it into g. This is interesting because g of x has a x squared minus 1 over 3. But instead of x squared, we're going to put f of x. Why isn't it chat if you all understand that? 3x plus 2 minus 1, this has to be squared, over 3. This is a little problematic. So let me show you how to deal with this. If you're not really an AdMath student and this kind of hot in your head, what to do here, how to break this down. Well, this is g of x. That's what I want, right? Let me just make sure that's what I want. I want to do all of this for nothing. G f of x. So you see how the f closer to the x, it means you need to put the f of x in the g. And there we go. Yeah, so what we are doing in this case is square out all of these things to begin with now. So this is 3x. So this is 9x squared plus 6x plus 12x plus 4. So this squared is 9, this squared is 4, and then 2 by 2 by 3. 2 by 2 is 4 by 3, right? So minus 1 all over 3. So this is 9x squared plus 12x plus 3 all over 3. I just make these two come together. So in the end, you're going to end up with this here. You're in plain out here, 3x squared. Divide everything by 3 now, because that was what they're saying to do. And then you will see that in the middle should split up to 3x and 1x. You all see now? Everybody following so far? Is there anything that you missed? Anything was missed, or that was just just cool? That was just that was like sublime. That was the best of the best. Where did 12x come on from? Right. So this part here is this. You can verify it. You can sit down with you and yourself work it out. 3x plus 2 by 3x plus 2, 9x squared, 6x, 6x, 4. In the end, 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. Well, every day of my life, I feel like I say the shortcut to do this one, when you have a perfect square, something squaring like this, is to just do this squared. So you have 9x squared. Do this squared, so you have 4. And then do 2 by 3x by 2. 2 by 3 is 6 by 2 is 12. So you have 12x in the middle here. So that's like the short way to do it. And we move in. What page are you seeing there? Page 15, boy. We pass halfway talk now. Expand and simplify, no problem. No way. Problems. 2x. 2xy, that is 2x squared plus 10x. And then minus 3x. Wait. This is like the reversal. This is the reversal, minus 12. No problems. 0 problems. 2x squared plus 7x minus 12, right? No, plus 12. Negative 3 by negative 4 is positive. Let me see if anybody in the chat correlating with me already. Right. Nah, nobody. I'll miss it. I'll probably miss it yet. I was about to type it and I correct myself in time. Oh, no. Look, Alicia put it. Well, then Alicia, you get through. All right, so that was for free. That was for free as. This one here. So you might be tempted. You might be feeling the temptation to get the square root of 4x squared and get 2x, get the square root of 4 and get 2, and then hit them the 2x minus 2 by the 2x plus 2. And you would only get 1 out of the 2 marks there. Before proceeding, you always need to check and see if there's a factor you can pull out of everything. So here comes the CSEC dealing with the matters properly. We too tired to quarrel. Well, so 4 more years to go, guys. 4 more years to go. Hold it down. Take the encouragement from Mikhail. So you take out the 4, you get x squared minus 1. Just imagine that I have 0 reason to be doing this right now. Like none. I have no, why would I be doing this? And I'm here doing this, right? So if I can do it, you can do it too. Only feet. I don't have, as them teachers say all the time, I don't have my one, I get my one in CSEC Maths back in 2005. Somebody wasn't even born. What year are you born in? What year? Let me hear the year y'all touch down on this good earth in. So this is what you need to do first. You need to actually pull out the 4 and then do the difference of 2 squares. Not all the time it's happened, but when it happened, it happened. 2002, 2004, 05, so most of it is 05, 05, 04. All right, I'm so glad. Soon will come a time everybody are teaching wasn't born when I do their exam. That might be next year. But until then, we go on. Factorize completely. In 2016, the good year of 2016. Once again, they bring back the same trick again. You notice they bring that trick 3 years in a row. They wasn't bringing it at first, but then somebody in CXC realized, we're catching them. We keep stinging them with this one right through. You still need to pull out the 4 first. And now you get this. But none of you all here in this going to get catch. Now you're going to get catch. And then this one, we see in here that we can hit them 6 and a 4 plus 6y minus 4y minus 8. The reason we get this is because we multiply that and we look at the factors. 3y into y plus 2, negative 4. You'll end up with 3y minus 4 and y plus 2. I kind of speeding through these here, right? Now this is quadratic factorization, and this is difference of 2 squares. You could find those things on my YouTube channel and watch it at a slow speed and then come back and do this. Diagram below shows a straight line. The function is defined in the domain from -2 to 4, -2 to 4. The table below should bring back this table thing, but they give you a graph, which means I could draw this. My time to shine. I could give them something for this. I could put on a performance on this one for them. Right, let me just have them there. Right, the function we need to complete this. Complete the table by calculating and inserting the missing values of y on the same axis. Draw it. So you need to finish them up. So this is the minimum point. I'm guessing that this should be 0 as well. And when I put 1 into this, you get 1 squared minus 2 by 1 minus 3. What am I going to get? -4. -4 is good. And time to draw this graph then. Draw it, graph it. So 1, -4. 1, -4. That's our minimum point. And then we go into the negative 3's on 0 and thing, and then we go into the 0's, 3 and negative 1. And then we go into the 5's. Whoa, quite up to 5. Yeah, that's how them x squared graph is exponential. So one moment you're just going up by 1, and next moment, bang, you're going up by that big amount. So we have the graph. To draw him in here, good and nice and proper. Proper, we do things properly. That wasn't too proper, but I am not fixing it. And there we go again. Nice. Little discrepancy there. If you give them something like that, they might have a little discrepancy in giving you your mark, but you're going to get that graph perfect. And right, so we did that part, we did this part. Anybody have any quarrels there? We good? Using the information from the graph, complete each of the following. The minimum value occurs when x is equal to, minimum value occurs when x is equal to 1, bro. When x is 1, it's going down to the minimum there. So 1. The value, I wish that if this come for the exam, this is nice. The values of x for which x squared minus they want where the curve is equal to the line. That's a way, that's a way of saying intersection. Where does it intersect? What are the x values of the coordinates of intersection? When the curve is equal to the line. That's a maths way of saying intersection, right? So where does it intersect? When x is 3 and when x is negative 2. So negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. Negative 2 and 3. Easy. You probably didn't see it good the first time. Right? Intersect. Let me just make sure it's the same line. Negative x plus 3. Y is equal to negative x plus 3. Yeah, so it's the same line. Yeah, negative 2 plus 3. So when I rearrange this is the line. This is this line. So when I equate it, it's the same line, right? What else there for me? What else? That is it. Look at that. 17, 11 more pages to go, yeah. Hold the feet. And a lot of this is repetition, so we got in it. Factorize that. That one is simple. Back to the normal days of factorizing here. And a nice little quadratic for you and your friends them to enjoy. So 2x squared. And you notice this 24. They like to bring this 24 thing. So 24, 8, I am seeing 8 and 3. So plus 8x minus 3x minus 12. And then I'll be like 2x into x plus 4. Put back my x plus 4 here. I feel like we factorize the same thing already today, yes? So this is going to be 2x minus 3, x plus 4. Make sure you get quick, good, nice, clean with that. Now we need to do completing the square. What? Damn. So this one different. This one different. You could use the formula to help you out here. Formula will be ideal here. See, I know any formula method good too. Formula will be ideal here. Because they say you need to find A, you need to find B, and they give you it complete in the square way. Now I could expand out this. And just figure out everything back right there. Naturally, this is the fastest way to go. Like this is the fastest way to go, Alia. I'll take it back. Forget the formula method. Expanding it would be the fastest way to go. Which means A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 1. But you could use the formula too. You could be like H is equal to B and 2A, and you substitute for B and you substitute for A. Well, you don't know B, you're trying to find B, but you substitute for A and you substitute for H. H is negative 2. Negative 2 is equal to B on 2 times 1. What am I trying to say? Yeah, and H is 2. Sorry. not negative. 8 just 2. So you get 2 times 2 is 4, and you figure out what B is. Yeah, you could go ahead and do that method as well. I thought that was the faster method, but by far, expanding is the faster method. Next, let me do stick. A lot of graphs, so you must understand your quadratic graphs. The diagram below shows the graph of the function x squared minus 6x plus 8 for values of x from 0 to 6, 0 to 6, x squared minus 6x plus 8, x squared minus 6x plus 8. So this is the graph x squared minus 6x plus 8, and they want us to solve immediately when it's equal to 0. That's 2 and 4. You see that, right? Use the graphs to solve the equation. That's 2 and 4. The roots. When they put the whole thing equal to 0, roots, the x value, roots. 2 and 4. 3 marks. Write down the coordinates of the minimum points in the 3, -1. Wow. So the roots, when we solve x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4, the coordinates of the minimum point, this kind of read-off thing is 3 marks for you, but they need to give all your tough questions in this exam. All you learn all of this to come and read off no graph here. All you need to get real big boy questions, and you want none of these kind of simples. Write this in the form that. So complete the square for real. Completing the square when you have no a is even easier. So x squared minus 6x plus 8, x squared minus 6x plus 8, doing it the normal method. So 1 into x squared minus 6x plus 8, half of that squared, x squared minus 6x. We want a 9. I'm going to remove back the 9. We want a 3 here, and we want a 1 there. So this is it. Now I'm running through that. Now we good with 3 marks. So no, I want to pass. Please. Don't even blind the air and say them kind of thing and Jada. All right. Easy thing will come for y'all. I rebuke that spirit. Doesn't spark joy when it's too easy. Yes, Kian, I was saying, you don't want to come and do no easy thing. Look at this completing this square. You know this kind of jokey completing this square thing, you or something to, make you say ooh and make you sweat and feel your adrenaline rush and thing. That's what you want. It's kind of 1 and 1 here and a 3. Where the fractions? We have some fractions in the game, man. Anyhow, so you complete this square on the same axis. That is how you spell axis. Okay, fine. New to me. That's not how you spell axis. Draw the graph of the straight line g of x is equal to x minus 2. So this is the line y is equal to x. They're basically asking you for, but it's starting from here. Bang. So that's the line g of x. G of x is equal to x minus 2. The gradient, x minus 2. The gradient is 1. 1, 1. Wait. These scales are the same. This is 1 and this is 2. I take it back. That line wrong. All right. How this is work? When I go across 1, I have to go across 1 there too. So this line actually going like this. Yeah. So the gradient is 1. How I know is 1? Because I went across 1 on the x and I go up 1 on the y. That's just a fast shortcut. If you don't know what happening here, the best way to do it is just substitute points. Like you say when x is equal to 0 and you find your y coordinate is -2, that's the intercept. You put down that point here, badao, and then you say x is equal to what, like 5 or something. You put it in there. 5 minus 2 is 3, badang, and then you connect your line, right? So we have this line, and I guess so. This is the line. G of x is equal to x minus 2, and we want to do something with this line earlier. We probably want the coordinates of interception or something. Hence solve the equation. This is equal to that, right? So when they put the quadratic equal to the equation of the line, they talk about the coordinates of intersection. So you want that and that according to the graph, right? From graph. The answer to this is x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 5. You all agree? 2 5. All right, so rate how much you understand everything so far out of 10. So the app that I'm using is I find is the best. People use all kind of different app, but it's not really the app too, it's the teacher too. Now, but I like this app, Dosary. It's an app for iPad. Let's keep rolling. We have places to be. Factorize the following expressions completely. Maybe a quadratic hiding in this. Nope. So what's common? 6 and y. Y minus 3x. 2x. 3x. Yeah, I ain't really seen anything else could happen with that, right? You say pull out the 6y, that's common. What's common here? Well, this is difference of 2 squares. So what we'll do? 2m minus 1 and 2m plus 1. And we keep it rolling. Humble we do it. Hey, look, they decide to use t instead of like x. So this is 2t squared minus 3t minus 2. I decided to write it over there and just zoom in. Wow. That's when you're lazy. Sometimes laziness is playing. You're doing something else because you're lazy, and the thing that you're doing end up being more work. Like, not studying for exam. So that's when procrastination and laziness play. You're deciding, I go procrastinate because, I less work and I ain't gonna study now. And then, boom, you ain't pass the math, so you ain't get the grade you want. And now you have to work hard for the rest of your life to catch up to what you want to be in life or something. Just organize yourself and study and be nice to your future self and study, Anyhow, so we have, what are we doing here, boy? 2 by negative 2. Negative 4. 2t squared. Yeah, boy. Shutting down, boy. Yeah, boy. Shutting down. So we have 2t into t minus 2. T minus 2 plus 1. So we have 2t plus 1 into t minus 2. It's just either seen comments or you all disappear. Michelle, I seen everybody comment, so I don't know what's going on with you. You can't see it. You not see the comments. So we here talking about cryptocurrencies. Right now, it's in a disastrous fall right now. What was the last price I see on Bitcoin? Low 30s. 30-something thousand US. Disaster. I have a little bit of thing in the Bitcoin, but nothing to talk about. And I didn't buy it when it was 30-something thousand. So right now, I just watching all of this like, wow, that's interesting. Consider the following pair of simultaneous equations. Without solving, what? Show that 1, 2 is a solution for the pair. Without solving. So they don't want you to solve. They want you to just, without solving, show that 1, 2 is a solution for the pair of simultaneous equations. What do you do when they say without solving, show that this is a solution? Just test it out. They mean test it out, brother. Test it out, sis. That's what they mean. Test it out. Test it out. So test it out and see if it works. How are you testing it out? We're going to put equation 1, equation 2, using 1, 2 in equation 1. You'll have 1 squared plus 2 by 1 by 2. Just as substituting the x's and the y's, right? Is equal to 5. Yeah, 5 is equal to 5 here. So it works for equation 1. And, well, x plus, try in equation 2. So you put in the same thing here in equation 2. And you'll get 1 plus 2. And when you when you do this really tough piece of arithmetic here and you strain and you get through, hopefully you get 3 is equal to 3. So it works for equation 2. So since it works for equation 2, and it works for equation 1, it is a solution for the pair of equations here, right? Agree? And you write a little instruction out here. So it works with both equations. What's the word is used by? It is, I forget. Oh, you don't need to be spectacular. It's maths, it's not English. So since the pair, the ordered pair 1 and 2 works with both equations, it is a solution for the pair of simultaneous equations. As Dinan say, holy straight numbers dropping. We are on 212 right now. Earlier, keep we over 200. But once we over 100, we go in. Anyhow, solve the pair of simultaneous equations about. So the real set we up here, I thought we would not have to solve no simultaneous equations. Damn. All right, so let me solve the simultaneous equations to determine the order solution. Fine. It was like they was looking for questions this year. What kind of games is this way? X squared plus 2xy is equal to 5. X plus y. Somebody say my background looking creepy. Hey, that's a national treasure. Respect the Caribbean. Cut. Respect the suffering that some of the ancestors went through. Watch it and embrace it and learn from it. All right, so x squared plus 2xy is equal to 5. And how we do this again? Make something the subject of the formula. Now. I feel to make y the subject of the formula. So let me show you how we do this. For equation 1, for equation 2. Then you write from equation 2, y is equal to 3 minus x. I just rearrange equation 2, right? And then you say substituting for y in equation 1. This is the way. This is the way. Yeah. Substituting for, that's not a g, that's a y. Substituting for y in equation 1. So you can substitute back in the same equation that we bring it from. So you have to put it back in equation up into the new equation 1. So you get x squared plus 2x 3 minus x, because you substitute all the y. Boom, bang, it came from there. And then you go forward with the grace of God, man. Make your family proud. So you have x squared plus, and we do something like this already. 2x squared is equal to 5. And we have x squared. Yo. Really getting a 2. Damn, we're getting a negative x squared. And we're getting 6x, and we're getting negative 5. So you can do a number of things. You can bring everything on one side. Daryl, I'm not too sure about that answer there, boy. Yeah, not too sure about the answer there, Daryl, because it have a negative x squared, you know. It could be correct too. Yeah, it could be correct too. Coming to think about it. Like if you bring everything on one side. But let me solve it as is. Like we do one like this, since we didn't do one like this for the day. So positive 5. So we're looking at negative 5, and we want like plus 1x and plus 6x minus x squared is equal to 0. And then you'll be like, what is common? What the hell is common here? Plus 5. That's a little scary day. Plus 5. So we have 5x and we have x. So we have like maybe negative 1 into 5 plus x and 5 plus x here. And maybe negative x. So equals 0. So you have negative 1 minus x and 5 plus x is equal to 0. So you can take a little while and play around with these. Play around with it when the negative is like this and see if you can solve it. Some of you're only hoping factorizing this properly is bringing everything across, and it'll probably and next way you could get this is x squared. It's like you multiply everything by negative 1. This, right? And you work along with this and you get the same answer. Did I make a mistake? Yeah, but say it look like you have hostages in the back. So x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 1. X is equal to -5 and X is equal to 1. There it is. X by that. Hold up. No. X by that -5. X by that is positive, right? X by that. Nice. What happening here, boy? Hold on, I could be entering into some dark waters here. X squared. No, I think everything was good. I could use x into 5 minus x equals 0. 5 minus x. Well, we have -1, right? So you have x minus 1, 5 minus x equals 0, something so? Yeah. -1, all right? So x is equal to 1 or x is equal to -5. What do wrong this now? I've pulled out the negative here and that wasn't working. Yeah, so I start with this side instead. So you see, our iron always a little rusty. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to -5. Well, you get that? X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 5. 5 minus x is equal to 0. Negative x is equal to -5. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 5. Yeah, my bad. We down to the ends. Ollie, forgive me. I know maths, I promise. So, and then you substitute. You ain't done yet because you need to find for y. Substitute x is equal to y. X is equal to 1 here. So you have 1 plus y is equal to 3. So y must be equal to 2. Or substitute x is equal to 5. So you'll have 5 plus y is equal to 3. So y is equal to what? -2. All right. So why did you put 2x square in the second working out? Because 2x by -x is 2x squared. -2x squared. Yeah, that good. I ain't feeling to do over the whole thing. I feel everything running good here. Having a good feeling. So 2x by x, -x is -2x squared. And 2x by 3 is 6x. And then when this and that merge together, we get this, and we brought across the 5. But in hindsight, to just keep things simple, just bring everything on this side. And none of that foolishness would have happened there. Because you had to be a little careful with this, with the signs. So you just make sure. So if I were you, I would, and I feel like I'm really good in maths. I feel like you understand it, but maybe there's a little trick here with you. Try and work it backwards to get a little better with your directed numbers and that kind of thing, and confident. All right, me checking over that. If that wrong, it's wrong, but I think it's correct. So we did it. I have a way to check it over. 1, 2 as a solution. 1, 2 is a solution. So the fact that we get the solution from before mean that this 5 -2 sounding real good right now. Holy strain people, we just drop under the 200 people. All right, here what to do. Let me hit it a boost. Let me hit it a surgery. You all close off the live chat and press like on the video. Even if you do it before, turn off your like and press back your like again. And let me see if more people jump off. If YouTube will send the notification to more people. Let me do that test. So close off the chat, press like on the video, then bring back up the chat. Let me see what happens. Show by calculation that the exact roots of the quadratic equation. Right. So this is a situation where I would advise to use the quadratic equation because it's literally written in a quadratic equation form. It written, hey, look at go on, and hello new people, welcome. So it's in a situation where we would want to use the quadratic equation. So this is a quadratic equation. X is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So you just substitute. And hope for the best. This is one of those occasions where you substitute and hope for the best, right? But it's really nice anytime they say show. Because if they say show, they already give you the answer. And if they give you the answer, you know whether you get it wrong or right. You can always fix it and check back and thing, right? So negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 to b squared. I'm just substituting the b, the a, and the c, right? Coefficients. Minus 4 by 1 by negative 5. All over 2 by 1. So this is negative 2 all over 2 plus or minus the square root, the square root of 4 plus 20. Yeah, 4 plus 20, so the square root of 24. Right, so that's looking good. Square root of 24. And I think I do this recently on maybe YouTube or with my class or something. And we wanted to be that. This kind of question comes in a multiple choice already. Yeah, I could use completing the square too easy, but then you have to complete the square and bring across everything and all kind of thing too. So it may be faster. This is one of the occasions where I actually say, if they give you something and they say, show that this is this, use the quadratic formula. Other than that, it really have occasions to use the quadratic formula. Earlier, holy strain. We nearly done. How much more pages? Yeah, we have 7 more pages. So negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 24 can be broken down into the square root of 6 times 4 over 2, which is negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 is what? 2. So this is 2 times the square root of 6. Some of your eyebrows must be raised like, wow, you can do that? Yes, you can do that. Advanced people, your eyebrows shouldn't be raised. Put your eyebrow down. You're supposed to know that. There's a topic called SIDS, right? So this is where we are at. And if I divide everything by the 2, I think I'm getting negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 6. That's what I wanted to show, which is what I wanted to show. Cool? Hence, otherwise, solve the simultaneous equation. What? Okay, so I guess when we do the simultaneous equation, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get this popping up, and then we have the answer. This is a lovely question. There were a few really interesting questions that popped up as you are doing this. This is our next one to January 2018, question 9a. Take note of this one. It was a little different. Practice it. So you have 2 plus x is equal to y. And you have xy is equal to 5. Which one is the linear and which one is the non-linear, by the way? Which one is the linear, which one is the non-linear? So which one going in which one? You know the linear is going in non-linear, right? So this is the linear. And you already have y in terms of x. So it'll be like substituting equation 1 into equation 2. You will get x 2 plus x is equal to 5. You all understand? Replace this with this. And now we'll have 2x plus x squared is equal to 5. Just a quick little rearrange and you see x squared plus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, which is this. And once we reach there, we could say from part, whatever that part was, I, x must be equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 6. So equation 1 was the linear one. Yes, well done. So we did this in a multiple choice recently. Yeah, we did this question, a similar question to this in a multiple choice. And so, well, you get 2 values. What is it you want? Well, you just work out the 2 values of x now. What's the 2 values of x, people? So you'll get either x is negative 1 minus the square root of 6, or x is -1 plus the square root of 6, two values of x. And they can tell you in the chat just now. As a man don't really know what is the square root of 6 or 5 now. Factorize completely each of the following expressions. Some quickies for you. Q into P minus Q, P minus Q, -3, Q minus 3 by P minus Q. So nice. So nobody work it out, but they're really tired, boy. So nobody in we got the x values here. Anyway, take it when we get the x values, you still have to find the y values, eh? So they give me something now. Jeez, boy. X is 1.45 and negative. So this one will be -3.45, and this one will be 1.45. And then you substitute into one of the equations to get you substitute for x to get the y value. I'm speeding through. Let's just bring it home really quickly. We'll see if we see anything looking new and fantastic. Solve each of the following equations. Solve that quadratic. Solve the following equation by factorizing. Oh, this is a little different. It's easier. I want to show you how to do those as well. So solve this equation really quickly now. 2x squared. What is this? Plus 6x minus 1x. So you have 2x into x plus 3. X plus 3, -1. So 2x minus 1 into x plus 3 equals 0. Therefore, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to 1/2. Or x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to -3. I just speeding. Y'all can check over this. Or so we roast. Now they can't be roast yet, man. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes. What is this? So they can't be roast. From the time we cross 3 hours, it's not a mini marathon anymore. It's a marathon. From the time we cross 3 hours. Let me say we can finish in the next half an hour or so. All right, so that's that. If we need to solve something like this, what do we do? This is actually easier, but sometimes people get confused and looking to figure it out a quadratic way. Just start factorizing one time is the name of the game. So this is x into 2x minus 9 equals 0. Believe it or not. So this is either this x would be equal to the 0 or this would be equal to the 0. When you bring across everything. This is more than the exam itself. I want to cry. I give up by the time the formula can reach. Come on, man. I'm not so soft. A farmer wishes to enclose a rectangle. Oh, this is a different one. Pay attention to this one. We're starting to reach into the recent years. A farmer wishes to enclose a rectangle. I do this one on YouTube a few times. The width of the plot is 3 meters less than its length, L. Given that the area enclosed by the fence is 378 meters squared, show that. So you're giving you what to show, what you need to show, right? Let me show you how to do this question now. So you have a fence. The area to be enclosed is 378. The width of the plot is 3 meters less than its length. So the width is L minus 3. And the length is just L. So what's the area? L by L minus 3 must be equal to the 378. That making sense earlier? So now we have L squared minus 3L is equal to 378. Bring across the 378. L squared minus 3L minus 378 is equal to 0. QED just means it is proven. What is need to be proven has been proven. So there we go. Jonathan reached back from lessons and we know, yeah, boy, Jonathan, we do real questions, boy. It feeling like we bleed in quadratics right now. So next up, we had to draw some more graph and finish and all kind of thing. We do like this 100 times already. We do like this quite a number of times today already. So we need to put in this -2 in there. What we gain? -2 goes in that. I really want to do it in 3, 0, 0, 4. So this is 3 and this is -5. Right? It's normally match up like that. I never see a year come when they're not doing the matching up method kind of thing. And then you can double check it. Put in your -2 in there and make sure you get -5 when you put it in here too. Yeah. Right? So I now complete the grid. So you complete the grid and they're going to ask you some questions. Coordinates of the maximum point, the range of values, all of these questions. The gradient of f of x at x is equal to 1. That's new. All right, so I'm going to do this entire question. That's simple, but it's new. So I'm still going to do it. What are we doing? We had a point here. Why are they using asterisks? Oh, no, they're not. That is it. 3, 3, 0, 0, and -5, -5. Oh, they didn't draw the the -5 pi down there. My gosh. All it is one of them super big graph, boy. This graph must give people real thunder to draw in the exam. Because you have to sit down and draw this. You draw in a line from quite to all the way. Right. Nah, not that. Cool. It can't get better than that. Well, you could probably do better than that. Oh, woo, I missed that by real plenty. All right, it could get better than that. Fine. We can live with that. We can live. So what are we doing now? Let me do the next pieces of the question. The coordinates of the maximum point. Coordinates of the maximum point is 1, 4. I want to erase through the stuff that we do already. The range of values of x which f of x is more than 0. This is new. Excuse me. This is like almost arithmetic, kinda, but it's a quadratic inequality. So the range of values of x which f of x is more than 0. When is this graph more than 0? It's more than 0 between these two values. Boom and bang. Between -1 and 3. So that's how you write it. Now I can't really zoom into the graph, I'm really sorry. I can't. It snapped like that on my computer. So this is -1 and this is 3. I'm just telling you what the numbers are. All right. And the gradient of f of x at x is equal to 1. This is what they're asking you here. What's the gradient at this point? So there's like a trick question. They can never ask you the gradient of like these points. That's differentiation and them kind of, that's add maths. So they wouldn't ask you that. They're more like pure maths as well. But the gradient at this point, they can ask you. What's the gradient at that point? That's maths. You're just supposed to know that offhand. The gradient at the turning point is always 0. If you draw a line there, it will be a flat line. A marathon and circle term. What is the next class? What is the next marathon? I say I do it in matrices and vectors. Sunday, 3, 1. Sunday at 1. I have a next marathon tomorrow, but it's for add maths, trigonometry. Then I have a next one the day after, but it's for pure maths, calculus. The diagram below shows two rectangles, A, B, C, and D, and G, F, E, D. A, B, C, D is 44. G, F, E, D has 4 cent. I'll leave out any questions? None. G, F, E, D has sides 4. All right, so everything in the graph there, A, G. So what's the question? What's the question? Right, so we've seen everything there. I feel like I can do this question, you know. No, I do the solutions to this. By writing an expression for the area of the rectangle ABCD, show that x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. ABCD, area of the rectangle. ABCD has an area of 44, right? So you're going to be like 3x plus 4 at this side, multiplied by 3x plus 2, that's this side, must be equal to 44. So 9x squared plus 6x plus 12x plus 8 must be equal to 44. So 9x squared plus 18x minus 36 must be equal to 0. Cool. Divide everything by what? By 3, by 9. Divide everything by 9. So x, what is we trying to prove? Yeah, so divide everything by 9. Divide everything by 9, and you'll see you get x squared plus 2x minus 9 could go into this 4 times is equal to 0. And this is what you're trying to prove. So you write QED. Bang. So that's the next mini marathon for maths. So we're going to get all the vectors and matrices question and have the time of our life, just like this. So calculate to 3 degrees the value of x. Fine. I know they was going to do that, you know. I know. So what? X squared plus... Interesting. This is new. So you have x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. And they want us to calculate it to a certain degree of accuracy, the value of x. How are we doing that? Could we factorize? Well, we really seen 2 numbers that we're going to add back up here. And really seen it. So what you had to do? What you had to do when you're in this scenario? Cry. That is right. Cry. No, yeah. This is one of these scenarios where you could use a calculator too, but you could use the quadratic formula. So remember, so out of the all years we do, only twice you was forced to use the quadratic formula. So quadratic formula, x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. You substitute. This is what they expect you to do in the exam. You could complete the square too. Isabella again vexed with with me for not completing the square. You can complete the square too. I'm telling you, secondary school me might have completed the square because but I know quadratic formula. Right, to be honest. But I do the quadratic formula plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4 by 1 by negative 4 all over 2 by 1. So this is negative 2 plus or minus, what is the square root of 12 all over. We'll call this on your calculator and tell me what the answer is now. I'm able. You will get 2 answers. Oh, Isabella didn't give you the answer. You're supposed to get 2 answers, but you could only take one of the answer. You'll have so much energy. You will get 2 answers when you do this, but you could only take the answer that's positive. Why can't you only take the answer that's positive? What's the negative answer, by the way, Isabella? When you put it in your calculator. Because a length can be negative. Well done, Alicia Henry. Yeah, I want to verify it to make sure I do no silliness out here. Minus 2 minus the square root of 12. So one of the answers is negative 2 point something. Let me see. This is 12. 4 by 4 is 16. Negative 16. This is 20 then. I'll make a mistake. It's a negative and a negative. 20. My bad. Yeah, so this is negative 2. minus the square root of 20 by 2. Yeah, so the negative answer is x is equal to negative 3.24. This one, when you get this answer, you want to write this with next to it, invalid. X can't be negative. And the next answer is 1.24. Cool. Yeah, so this was 4 by 4 is 16, and it was negative 16 and negative, adding negative to into positive, so it turned out to be 20. All right, so the answer for x is 1.24. That's what they wanted. We gave them what they wanted. Calculate the perimeter of the unshaded cheese and ages. They're just being difficult for spite. 1.24 is x, right? So if you didn't read that question properly, the first thing I think is perimeter this. Then the second thing I was thinking was perimeter this. But they actually want the perimeter of this. So this is 4. This is 4 plus the 3x. And this is 2 plus 3x. This is 3x and this is 3x. So in how much 3x we have there, boy? We have 12x plus 10. So 12 by 1.24 plus 10 is the perimeter. All you understand what I'm doing there? Why isn't it chat if you understand what I'm doing there? I realize I'm just going into real turbo mode here. Just try to finish. Did I leave out something? I left out this 2. Plus 12 then. Every time I look up on the screen, I get a clear view of what I'm doing. 12 of the damage that I'm causing. How I get the 12x? The 12x. So this is 3x here. This is the next 3x here. This is the next 3x here, next 3x here. 4 by 3x is 12x. So this is really 12 by 2.24. How much you get for what you get for the answer? $26.88 apples, oranges, centimeters. Right, don't forget units. And who messaging me here, boy? Yeah, sorry for the little disturbance there. Let's keep going. How many more pages we have? 2 more. Thank the Lord, we're nearly done. We're bringing it home. Factorize completely. 2x squared minus that. So what are we looking for? We're looking for negative 3x and plus 2x. Minus 6x into 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3. What I do wrong? 2x squared minus 3x. We're reaching the end. I should have some kind of something about myself here. Minus 3x plus 2x, that's correct. So 2, this is just supposed to work at all times. X. There's this problem with me that the simple things become very hard when I'm tired. 2x is equal to what am I looking for? I'm looking for minus 3x and put plus 2x minus 3x. Why am I doing this? 2 by this, that, right? Minus 6. This is correct. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. 2 by 6 is 12. All right, so it's supposed to be minus 4x plus 3x. Yeah, so what's going on in my mind? 2 by 6 was equaling 6 all the time. So you see, that's crazy. Anyhow, so 2x into x minus 2, put it 3, equal 2x plus 3 by x minus 2. Well done, people. Yeah, so we're going good. and then solve the pair of simultaneous equations. So we want to substitute x in this. So substituting for x in equation 1. What's equation 1? This one. Equation 1. We put y squared plus 2y plus 11 equal 5 minus 3y. Now, all the time we was doing this before, we was substituting for y, but it has no reason to substitute for y now if they already put y in terms of x, you understand? And they is debating you to do it this way. They're literally begging you to do it this way. So let's do it this way. So y squared plus 2y plus 3y plus 11 minus 5. I just bring everything onto this side, and I feel like I'm going onto a new clean page where everything is nice and safe. There we are. So now we have y squared plus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. Now it usually must work out. If it's not working out, something wrong. So to factorize, it means you make a mistake. It doesn't have to use no quadratic formula and thing in these kind of things. So this is y plus 3y plus 6 is equal to 0. Y into y plus 2. Y plus 2. 3 equals 0. So you get y plus 3 into y plus 2. What is it? Solve or factorize? What is that really doing here? Solve. Solve is a simultaneous equation, is what I'm doing here. So after I find the value of y, after I find the values of y, I need to find the values. So seriously, how to convert to decimals on the Casio, you want to press this button here. So like if I had 3 divided by 4, and have that, press this button here, the SD button, and you get the fractions. Yes, so you're second guessing yourself, trying to stop. No. I could overdrive and I could go next forward here, normal. Then we going to take this y is negative 3, y is equal to negative 3, y is equal to negative 2. A lot of the classes I had was back to back. For this whole year, I was kind of doing this. So 2 hours and then the next 2 hours. 2 hours and then the next 2 hours. For right through the week. Y squared plus 2y plus 11. So we want to substitute for y in which one, by? This one, of course. So substituting for y in x. To find x now. X is equal to 5 minus 3 by negative 3. So what is this, boy? This is 11. So x is, anybody have the answer here? And Sarah? And Sarah, I mean like your answers. I take it off my screen. Sarah, we're going on with your answers. No, I'm putting it back. Sorry, it correct. I take it back, and Sarah. Sorry, it was good. It was good. So 11 and negative 3, and then x is equal to 5 minus 3 by negative 2. So x is equal to what's 11. 11. This is 14 and this is 11. Yeah. So 14, 11. Yeah, 14 and because this is negative. This is 6. Wait. This is 9. And 9 and 5 is 11 right here. So 14 and negative 3 and 11 and negative 2. So everybody was saying this, get through in life. Let me go on to the last page, please. I thought it was done, and they'll get my hopes up. This is the last page. Oh my gosh, it had 2 more pages. It had 2 more pages, 2 more questions to go on here. The function f is defined as follows, express. So we need to complete this square here. Normally, when you see like 4 and 8 and them kind of completing the square is be simple. I feel like we do one similar to this already too. Men come on this chat. 3 hours into a maths marathon to ask for girlfriend and thing, boy. Down bad, boy. So So yeah, so where were we? Yeah, x minus 1 to be squared minus 2. Hey, we didn't subtract back out what we put in there. We had to take out a 4, so this is 6. All again. Delicia, you're plain girl. Well done. So that's correct. And then say the minimum value, determine the equation of the x. So the minimum value of f of x, we do this a good few times. So the day value of f of x is going to be equal to k, which is equal to -6. And the axis of symmetry is x is equal to h. And h is that. Well, x is equal to -h actually. So x is equal to 1 is the answer. Yeah, so -h is the x. So yeah, the switch, you always have the switchy sign when you're dealing with that h thing. And last question. Last question to go. The functions f and g's. So earlier we just completed 11 years of all the last 11 years of, I hope anybody else here from start to finish. This is really good. If you was here from start to finish and you was working along with me and thing, you have a really strong idea of what CXC is going to bring for quadratics in your exam. Because if you really study it, like about 80% of the questions repeated in some way or the other. The ideas kind of repeat. So revise, review this. I will upload this worksheet on the free Discord channel as soon as I wanted to upload it before the class, but I'll upload it after the. Why this girl answer still up there, but I'm sorry I could come off my screen now. I'll upload this worksheet so you can practice it by yourself too, not to build up. And this, I find quadratics is a really nice middle topic to strengthen your entire maths on the whole. So it helps build up your arithmetic, your directed numbers, your vision, your logic, your understanding questions. This is a nice worksheet for like the middle of maths. So if you can really get through this worksheet good, your chances of doing good in maths is really high. All right, so the graphs of f of x and g of x meet at the points m and n. Determine the coordinates of the points m and n. That is it. A little kind of equate the two. So at intersection, that's how you do this. F of x is, we have been doing this for the 2 or 3 times for the class, maybe 3 or 4 times for the class already, but we never do it like from scratch like this. It's always give you a graph and actually, or they themselves will put it and we had to do it. 5 minus x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 1. 0 is equal to x squared minus x. When you bring across this 5, what's going to happen, boy? What's going to happen? Minus 6. So just verify that I do the right thing there. And when you factorize that, you should see that you get x minus 3 and x plus 2. So either x is equal, what you want, the coordinates. Very tricky. Very tricky. Because you might be tempted to stop here. Right? Yes, you're done. But they wanted the coordinates. So we need to go back and put this in one of these equations and get the y value. You'll agree with me? So when x is equal to 3, y is equal to 5 minus 3 equal 2. So one of them is 3 to Keon. Well done, Keon. And when x is equal to -2, y is equal to 5 minus -2, 7. So -2, 7. That brings us to the end of all the quadratics questions in the last 10 years. I hope you all really enjoyed this. Come in again tomorrow if you're doing maths, and if you're doing maths, this was really nice for you as well. We come in again tomorrow and we're going to be doing all the, I might do the theory and tricks first and then I already have all the maths trigs question, I believe. So I might do the theory in trigs AdMaths first, and then come and do all the questions. And I have all the questions in quadratics in AdMaths to do as well. So we just have a lot of exciting things coming up. We have the pure maths as well that coming up in the next two days. Well, I had no concern with that. I escape. And then Sunday we coming back again. Oh, SEA. If you have any brothers or sisters in SEA, I'm doing something on Friday for them. Something for everybody. Something for everybody. So I will be doing, I already have it prepared. I'm doing all the questions that came in the last 10 years with mean. Or you can tune in for that too. And just stunt on them primary school. Or you might realize, damn, some of them primary school questions really hard. Some of them SEA questions could be troublesome too. So I'll be doing that on Friday. Sunday is 1 p.m. And I will post it on Instagram to give a little heads up. Make sure and follow me on Instagram if you want to see that. If you're interested in classes, like if you, most of you all here will be doing CXC, you're all doing CX. There's a big piece of news coming on Friday. Yeah? Tune into the channel on Friday or Saturday. I'll have an announcement to make about CXC. Could be disastrous. Anyhow, so most of you all, God Spare Life, will probably be doing exam in July and August for CXC. Hopefully the 2 papers. But our classes for CAPE, we have all these subjects, all the main subjects: accounting, economics, pure maths, physics, biology, chem, communication studies, Caribbean studies is the best. The Student Hub is the best place to be. If you're looking for online lessons, you're dealing good with online lessons, get yourself at the Student Hub, right? We have all of those, and I really try and handpick all my teachers and rearrange and get the best of the best teachers. The CAPE Unit 1 classes, those start in September. So you have some time to do your exam and then organize yourself and get through, right? If you're looking to do CXC exams next year, those classes start in July. Registration is open for everything. We also have a lot of other interesting stuff that you might be interested in, like keyboard lessons, guitar lessons, drum lessons, makeup lessons, social media management lessons. Some of you all don't know, but I am actually probably one of the best person in the Caribbean in understanding social media marketing and social media businesses. I've helped a lot of people, and easily so. And it may not look like it, but I have done work with $1 million businesses and turned them from, small businesses to $1 million businesses. So if you want to know inside scoop on how to create content and marketing, I think we have a course starting in July. I'll be working along with Jamel Sampson, aka Certified Sampson, on content creation as well. So the Student Hub is just the place for lessons. By the time next year reach, any kind of lessons you want to learn for a secondary school student or SEA student, primary school student, or if not adult returning student, Student Hub. Organize all yourself. All right, and that is it. Love and blessings. Or I could give you the number to register. Number to register in the Student Hub classes: 7840619 plus 1868. If that's just the Trinidad area code, and you can register for classes. Read our comments, please. So I'll just go and go through the comments. So it does look like Lacazette. I hear that every day. So train some song engineer. I can teach that as well. I'm the person who sang the Tag Boss song, and the Tag Boss song as well. And I find so. Love and blessings to you too. Read our comments, please. Promote my small business too. Isabella, have a really cool business actually. Yeah. I'm gonna bring it up. So premium students getting a graduation. I feel like graduating the whole Caribbean, bro. The online graduation is it. Yeah, but the music classes is even if you want to become a music producer, song engineer, you should learn music. So join like the keyboard class. So when you're doing a kinematic session for AdMaths, yeah, that coming. And Sarah, that coming. I don't know when, but it coming. You're surprised I know Lacazette? Come on, man. I know these things. You ever see me and Lacazette together? Never. Next thing you know, Lacazette is after he plays sweaty, after he do a sweaty, he's come and teach maths, and I am Lacazette, Wait, you're still I drive so far and come back and you're still live. Michelle, you driving out here? So all these CXC thing, frustrated. So create your own band. Been there, done that. So make sure you're teaching when I make my child. It depends on when you're going to put on this child. And one more thing, and you're one of the admins. I work sometime on. I check through the admin's phone and thing every now and then. So sometimes I'll be on any one of the admin phone. But with the student, how about 3 main admins? Natasha, Dana, Ariel. So, Michaeline is also doing work with registration as well. Those are the names you'll see. So where do you recommend a student study law directly after CSEC? Go and do CAPE and go into UE through CAPE to study law. Don't go and do them other sideways thing. It's harder that way. You could, but it's harder that way. Go through the normal process that everybody's go through. We had it every month. We release a newsletter in the student hub and we show students how to join certain careers, and I show the whole listing of how to become a lawyer. Later, so thanks for the lessons, dear blessings, people rolling out. Isabella, give me the name there. On the question bank, I send my receipt. Really? And they didn't send it yet, they can send it. A lot of my students, for some reason, is business people. And this is one, TNT products, and this is actually useful. So if you're playing games like Terraria, IMVU, you want MasterCard, e-gift card to buy things on Amazon, on Xbox, on Visa, on Digicel, top-ups, Free Fire, Diamonds. You want cash payments to get these different things, Starbucks gift card, B-Mobile top-ups, Best Buy, Twitch, Xbox, Grand Theft Auto, everything, Isabella, we really do know, Spotify, Netflix, and Isabella is probably, I don't like to say best or anything. Let me just say Isabella has been killing it in my AdMaths class. We give her really tough AdMaths mock exams in the student hub, and Isabella kill it. Microsoft, but she also doing really well here. PlayStation, Amazon gift cards. So I could just call Isabella the gift card boss. So if you're into any one of this and you need any one of these kind of things, check Izzy first. The name of the page is TNT Products. Let me keep the money within the students now. You know? So if you need to organize yourself, organize yourself. I feel I might do some kind of giveaway from this related with this page. Isabella, you can talk to me and we'll see if we could pull out something. All right. Learn all your Caribbean history day from Sir Background. So with the ad brought to you by TNT Products. I wonder what TNT Products can offer the online lessons. And the question bank is one of the best note to get for sure, 100%. Question bank is, and once again, you just WhatsApp this number and you'll get a book to prepare you for maths. It's only 200 TT. Sometime next week, I'll be doing questions from the question bank and you'll see for yourself. Right? So it's a book with all the multiple choice styles that come for CXC. I don't do CXC multiple choice. I use prediction questions that's going to come. And people use it last year and people who use it merit. Right, so we get in the book hard copy or online. Online, everything online except my SBA bank. The SBA bank, if you're living in Trinidad, we can have it TT Post drop it to your house. Sometimes I always drive and drop it. People will be like, "Oh God, sir, sign my book thing, blah blah blah," and I just drop off the SBA bank. Oh yeah, I go on. It's 6:24. I might get a call. I don't know what call I'm talking about. Even the parrot gone. Even the parrot relaxing. So it's time to say doing a university abroad a good idea. It depends on what you want to do. So when is the quadratics AdMaths session? I'm gonna let you know. Just stay tuned to the Instagram. I'm gonna let you know it coming. How much 200 TT is in Jamaica? Yeah. May I present unto thee? Google. Hey, stop that. Google. I'm trying to present me, man. Google. How much is 200? Jakeem Grant, may I present unto you Google? 200 TTD in Jamaican dollars. 4,375.25 and 25 cents. Don't forget the 25 cents, bro. AdMaths booklet by Friday, right? I decided to do all these mini marathons and think I didn't get much time. Earlier, I'm making this live longer than it should be. So, big up all yourself. We outside. Later. Call from the wife. You're sure, right? No, the trick, this is an important question, so I'm just answer this before I go. The tricks I'm going to do tomorrow, math students, don't have to pay head and tune in tonight. If you're just doing maths, that's what AdMaths and pure maths is be different. It's radians and one start different formulas and all kind of thing. You will just, if you're not doing AdMaths, it makes sense to tune into that. It's not going to really help you in any way. Later.